This is the Titan Futures 1 point a day challenge. Earning your living executing trades from the comfort of your home seems a lot more cool than most 9-to-5 gigs. Trouble is, if you don't know what you're doing, you can wreck your portfolio. But with our trading instructors, BK, Soto, and Mitchell, you'll learn how to day trade the futures market. Streaming daily, 9 to 11 a.m. Free. This is a free trading education channel. The Titan Futures 1 point a day challenge, where everybody is welcome. Get in the chat, ask us questions, learn. And now your instructors. This is BK, Soto, and Mitchell.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's Friday, 9/20. Welcome to the live stream. Sure do appreciate you being here. Hope everybody's well. Let's jump right in here to the legal disclaimers real quick, and then we'll bring Soto in and kind of get going here. So check out the legal disclaimer here on the chart. On your screen there. It's everything we do here is for educational purposes. I need to get that out of the way here. So no trades that we take today are definitely in any way, shape, or form recommendations. Okay. So everything that you decide to do is on your own ideas and decisions, and has nothing to do with what we're doing. So just make sure you understand that and accept that. And this is all all for educational purposes. All right, guys. Thanks. So we got that out of the way here. So again, if you're new to the channel, sure do appreciate you coming in. Check out the description below. You can kind of learn a little bit about who we are, a little bit more of what we're doing, and kind of what the channel is all about. But this is obviously a free educational channel where we want to teach you to learn to trade our method here in the futures market. So we call it a 1 point a day challenge. So we want to teach you how to make 1 point in the S&P 500, either in the micros or the standard contract, because you'll find that 1 point a day, if you can master that and learn to do that, then that 1 point will be all you need for the rest of your life. You know, as your contracts will grow, that 1 point that's worth $50 a day will be worth $50,000 in the near present future, not too far off. Let me just say that. So if you continue to make that 1 point a day and let that account compound. So. But again, we're a free channel, free educational channel here, so we'll teach you everything we do here. So please jump in, say hi, and ask any questions that you have. This is a stress-free environment. We want it to be fun. You can kind of get boring at times because we tend to talk a lot, just because of the fact that we're very selective in our trade process, and our method's pretty precise. So we kind of wait for those things to happen, those rules and kind of the checklist to kind of line up before we take a trade. So we'll kind of go over that each morning here, kind of show you what we're looking for. And but again, for the channel wise, just check out the description below. So but again, thanks for being here, and if you like what we see here, please just take the time to like the video and subscribe. That'd be great. But Soto, you there this morning? Hello, Soto.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. Sorry, I was on mute. Sounds like talking here on mute. I do that quite a bit. My apologies.
No problem. Just didn't know if you had a mouthful of food as usual.
Okay, just to let everyone know, I eat oatmeal in the morning with apples, so it's not like it's a great thing to be doing. So it's not like I'm having a fun time eating. I need something for fuel. So speaking of fuel, I got a little fuel this morning.
Uh-oh. How'd you get a point?
I already got my point. We're in the zone right now where I made my point. Actually, just went to the very top again. It looks like you took the trade there, huh? So you want to go ahead and tell people where you took your trade?
Oh, I had what do you mean where I took the trade?
Well, I'm sorry, I heard a cash register. That's you, right?
No, it wasn't me.
Oh, because I'm not in the trade.
Well, I'm not in the trade. You sure you heard a cash register there?
Yeah, unless somehow I'm in the trade, but I'm not in the trade. So I entered my first on the first touch. So first of all, I'm using the 820. There's a doji there. Right. And really, truly, I drew the 815 candle. No, it's the same thing. I just like sometimes to see if there's the right at the top of that, there's some resistance.
Right.
And I just like for visual purposes and kind of understand the additional risk I gotta encounter or potentially look at those additional ticks, which in this case is just one tick. Take that into my planning in this case. But anyway, whether you use that or probably you probably using the 820.
No, I use 815. I already had it drawn up, and I use the 815 as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. All right. So, and if you don't know how we pick that sound, again, we have a video here on the channel how to do supply and demand zone. So check that out. But as you can see, it breaks our previous swing low. So we drew the from the top of that wick to the bottom of that wick. Price is coming back into that zone. Around 850 is when I was already here watching it. So I was considering front running this, and I'm glad I didn't do it. One of the biggest thing, and it was tempting to do it, and here's why. And I was trying to talk myself into it, like I always do. If you look at 710 all the way to really almost 740, you have a lot of touches up there. So there's definitely no doubt that I guess you can argue you can front run it. But I was looking at here right at the price of 1450, 14.5, and to me that was just so overpowering. There's just so many open and closes and touches there that I said, I need to go there. That will give me first, it's my first trade in the morning. It's a little more unpredictable pre-market. I'm going to go there. And if I get it, great. If it misses me and it just goes to the very bottom, no big deal, because the way the market's moving, I think it's going to eventually get to me. I think it's just going to be slower. And so I put a trade in to go short at 30.14.5. I took, and again, thankfully I didn't go any lower because I took 2 ticks of heat, and then thankfully it went my way. I did, unfortunately, because I got my strategies from yesterday. I was doing a trailing strategy, so instead of locking in 2 points, I only locked 1 point in, and my other point is a running point, which again if you have any questions on that, please feel free to ask. But I was using my trailing stop for 2 points. So 1 point I lock in at 1 point, and the second one it's running, so it's open, right? But it locks in 1 tick, and so I didn't realize until after it, so it was too late already. So and I didn't lock it in. I just said, we'll see what happens, and I came back and ticked me out. So I got 1 point and a tick out of it. Had I been trading, just 2 contracts, I would have just done 2 points and locked 2 points in. But just because of the time, like we talked about earlier, it's pre-market. We're not going to see necessarily, most likely, we're not going to see a strong push for a 10-point run, especially in this very congested area, right? Going on the short side, we're going to see a lot of hesitation, like we've been seeing here. It's just kind of hanging out now. And so I didn't expect a 10-point run, so therefore, my bad. But the point is, we got a point. We're in the right area, right spot, and we're good for the day. So.
Yeah, good job. Yeah, I like everything you said there. I went ahead and just updated the spreadsheet, and people can see that on the screen now for the individual results, because we always track these individual results with the first trade of the day between either from you or Mitchell. And so you did a good job again today. Here we got 1.25 points. So at this point, as if you're an individual trading a $1,000 contract, so we're just looking for 1 point a day or 1 loss. Okay, 1 point win or 1 point loss, and then we either turn it over to a demo at that point or we walk away from our computer. So so far everything working out great. That puts us up to $1,519, starting with $1,000. So up 51% in the count. So good job for that. The 1 point of challenge has already been met even prior to market open, which is great. So eventually you're going to get to where that 1 point is worth a whole lot more money than $56 here. And this is after commission, guys, so just so you know that. But that 1 point is going to be coming worth $560, $5,600, $25,000. It's going to end up growing like that as you increase the contracts, because the point's the point, man. That's what's great about the point. It doesn't matter if it's a 1 contract or 1,000 contracts. The only issue you might get pre-market here with 1,000 contracts is a little bit of slippage, you know, but it's usually going to be a tick, nothing more than that. So that's where also that makes up really nice with that extra runner coming in as a tick. So, but anyway, that's a good job there, man. We're already up for your day, so your challenge is over and challenge has been met, and you did a great job. So good job. So we'll just kind of let that play out for the day, and that's been taken care of. So the rest of the play will be on as a team now, kind of what we do. So good job.
Yeah.
But I like everything you're talking about there. A good idea to, like on this 855 candle, when it first entered into our zone originally, we had a higher zone there. And the reason I put it, just so you understand the reason I chose the 815 is because, like you said, prior back here in the 630-ish to 650 area, you had a lot of touches, a lot of push down up there. So I felt for sure we were going to get some rejection up in that area. So I went ahead and used and encompassed that whole 815 candle there. Again, he went in at 1450, got his point, you know, and that's all we're looking for is that first point. So it doesn't have to be a runner. In this case, it didn't run, but what he did get was his point, you know, which was great. So nice job there. Price was actually increasing into that candle at 855. Price was, volume was increasing there, so that gave us a good idea we're going to go higher up into that zone, which is what happened. But again, he only took 2 ticks of heat there and got his point, and point and a quarter. So very nice job on the execution. But that just goes to show you how quickly we can make that point or lose that point. You know, so our entries have to be very, very, very calculated and very well done. So nice job.
Yeah, thank you. You see how they just broke through that zone? They went a little higher?
Yep.
So again, going back to probability, right? The first touch, which is the 855, is our highest probability. It was respected 2 other times, but then the third broke.
That's right. There you go. Good job. After that third time, after that third entry into that, we wanted to not take that trade. It's too much of a high risk trade. So you can get the first one's the best always, and the second one usually deeper into the zone works pretty well still, but that third one is kind of a little bit too much of a risk. So you don't see us trading that very often. So. All right, so we just kind of be patient here and watch and see what's going to happen, and just hold on for price to take us for a ride here. And kind of be patient for market open. We're still a good 15 minutes away, roughly 15, 16 minutes away. So we'll just kind of hang out and wait and talk it through.
Yeah. Did you just kind of getting better, trying to understand better hidden zones? Do we have a little hidden zone at 845 that you would consider a hidden zone for a trade?
Yeah, it's absolutely a hidden zone. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's definitely a hidden zone. It's been engulfed completely by the 840 candle. Very wicky there with a small 50% body, so that's definitely a hidden zone, a very good one. So it's just a matter of where do we want to get in price, where do we feel like price is going to reject out of that area there if it were to come back in. It's already come back and actually bounced off the top of that here at the 905 candle did that, you know, so it kind of bounced right there at the top of that. But yeah, it's definitely a hidden zone. So I'll draw it out for the purposes of the channel. Here's a little hidden zone right here. So, like I said, the first one's already bounced there. So if you had to front run that one, it would have been a sweet little trade. But again, we were looking coming out of that supply zone up there, so we were kind of hesitant to take a trade long that quickly out of a supply zone, you know. But yeah, it would have worked great.
Good.
Yeah. So we'll keep it on there for sure, because there's a lot of congestion to the left side of price, you know. That's one thing that's one thing you should get into the habit of doing. When you're looking at an area to mark up on a candle, always look to the left, because that's all the history of price. and you can really see to the left-hand side there, if there's a lot of action going on in that area, that gives you confirmation that, hey, this is possibly a good area to look for a trade. You know, we want to start saying, okay, we're in the right area. Okay, that's the big thing. We're in the right area. There's going to be a lot of arguing right here on price, and a lot of bidding for the buyers and sellers. We'll do a lot of bidding there to see going long or short. So that's always important to do. Okay, and then that's also going to help you just determine where you feel like your entry is going to be. So Soto, tell me real quick then, looking at this price action right here, where do you consider a possible entry?
Yeah, I think at the top, there's no question. I think that'll be a good one just based on the candles. But I think a conservative one will be at 12.25. Just based on the 12.25. Just based on the support there. But if you see all the touches, you got, let's see, 1, 2. I wouldn't have a problem going to the very top at 13 flat or even 12.75. But again, I think the conservative choice would be 12.25.
Gotcha. Yep. I'm okay with that. Yep, absolutely okay with that.
And they just came, look at that, they just came to the very top.
Bounced on it, didn't they?
So now, obviously, we already went to the very top at the 905 candle. So to be safe, we should be in at least one. I would think one tick below that at 12.75. But I don't. Let's see. For some reason, I'm not. You know me. I like to front run things. For some reason, not feeling it right now. And I don't know what that means, but I'm trying to go based on my feelings. My intuition.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I think a safer choice would be a 12.25, maybe 12. Anywhere between 12.75 and 12.25, I think would be a good area.
Yeah.
Think so. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm liking 12.5. Yeah, I like 12.5. Because remember, I always got you most likely, during the heart of it and the race of it, you're going to need to get a tick into you to trigger you into a trade, because orders are first come, first serve. So if you're not first in line there, then they probably won't pick you up right at the touch. Okay, so but if you are first in line, usually you'll get touched first, and you don't have to push through any to take you. But usually you want to consider yourself having to be not first, or you got to consider yourself not being the first one in line there as far as order flow goes. So I always try to put my entry one tick above where I think price is going to move to. That way it triggers me in one tick. So from here, I'd be at 12.50 right here, 12.5, and thinking it would push down to 12.25. And put me in. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. I haven't put a trade in, but if I get back into that area, that's kind of where I might consider a trade. But price is rejecting pretty nice right here. So
yeah, we have a really nice rejection 2 times. So again, that kind of confirms our hitting zone.
Right.
And it's just, and if you front run that, then you would have been in the trade and got a good point. But it's just, like I said, today I'm willing to go a little deeper. I think it's because we have to make up for Mitchell. Mitchell's not going to join us for the next day, so I have to play the conservative guy in the group here. So.
Yeah, Mitch, he's getting married, so he's definitely got bigger things to deal with. So congratulations to Mitchell, and hope the best for him and his wife there. So
very happy, and they have a little daughter.
Right, a daughter, yeah. They got a daughter.
That's exciting. A lot of responsibility, man. I don't know. A lot of pressure off.
Yeah, a lot of pressure, a lot of responsibility. Exactly. Yeah. Yes, sir.
I get nervous just thinking about it. Like, you have a kid. Oh crap! Like now, there's nothing you can't go back, right? So now you have to all right, I'm responsible for another human being. It's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure, man.
A lot of pressure there is right, man. Yeah, that's a lot of
That's
pressure.
where you start, I am the most blessed person. I have the greatest friends in the world. So I'll just be rotating in between you, Steven, Doug.
You get your kid fix, huh?
Yeah, like, hey, go hang out with this amazing people. You're going to become this great person, and I'm going to I'm going to take all the credit, It's
Well, you
great.
should. There you go. I wouldn't expect anything less, man.
Absolutely not. That's funny.
Yeah.
So this is a 100% true story. I'm a little embarrassed to even tell you this, but I got a text from my brother.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, "Hey, I know you got some free time. Can you make some lessons for your nephew, right? Who is, by the way, going to be 2 years old next month, right?
Right.
Can you make him a video of shapes, of shapes like circle, square, triangles, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh yeah, no problem. Anything I can go based on? And he sends me this thing, and this is true. I'm not joking. And I gotta look it up. Hold on. I'm embarrassed, and again, I have no kids. I haven't had kids, so I didn't think this was a thing. But hold on. I'm gonna name some stuff here that he wants me to teach him.
Teach your son? Preston?
Yes, Preston. Yes.
Uh-huh.
All right, ready? Here's the shapes: a sphere,
Okay.
a cone, cylinder, prism, pyramid, a cube, cuboid, decagon, nonagon, octagon, heptagon, hexagon. I'm like, wait a second, hold on. I didn't know those until like middle school. Why are we teaching this 2-year-old kid this stuff? So that's wild. So I, of course, I'm Googling it and trying to do some research. And they're teaching this in pre-K, or rather, kindergarten, rather.
Right.
Did you know that?
Well, yeah, I've got kids, man. Yeah, I know that.
That's wild, bro. I honestly did not learn that until probably 3rd grade.
Oh, really?
Dude, when I was in kindergarten, I was like, look, I was 8 years old. I went up to my mom. This is a true story. I think I was maybe 9, but I think 8. Went up to my mom, said, hey, Mom, hey, I got some supernatural powers, buddy. She was like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, listen. You heard that? And she's like, no, I didn't hear anything. That's right. I can talk, but you can't hear what I'm saying. It's like my head. And she looks so disappointed, by the way. So disappointed. She's like, that's called thinking. You just figured this out years into it. So I'm like, oh, okay. So, well. So yeah. So listen,
I really little bubble, didn't you? Your superpower bubble bursted.
Yeah. So either the kids are really smart today, or I was just that dumb. But it's amazing what they're learning. It's I don't know, man.
Well, I think a lot has to do with the internet, man. The how easy and accessible it is, and all these different educational sites out there for little kids like that, and they could just learn so much more quickly, and they just take in so much. That as with that brain, they can take in so much as a little kid, and they're just exposed to a lot more than what we were growing up. And that's a good thing and a bad thing, I think. But yeah, they're just exposed to a whole lot more than we were. So yeah, they're learning quicker, earlier.
Dude, when I saw my little nephew, he's like I said, he's not even 2 yet. He's going to be 2 next month. And this is cool. Now, I don't know. Again, I'm never around kids. So I don't know if this is like a common thing, but this kid is super athletic. Okay, there's a soccer ball. We're playing soccer. And I'm like, okay, what is this guy going to do with the soccer ball, right? I mean, you can't expect much from him. We're just glad he can even stand up, right? Well, this kid goes, and he angles, steps correctly to angle his trajectory where he was going to kick the ball, right? So obviously he can't curve the ball by, kicking it a certain way with placing his foot on the ball correctly. Oh, I like this move out here. But so he steps to the left, knowing that by stepping to the left, it gives him a greater angle to where he kicks the ball towards me. So I was like, man, that is really cool. Because at that age, I was just glad to be alive. Okay, so again, I don't know if that's a common thing, but I was very impressed. And he's bilingual. Like he actually speaks two languages. He's actually speaking. He's like coffee, cafe. I'm like, okay, that's good. That's good. You're gonna wait for a trade here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna just want to be sure. So I'm potentially looking to using the 920 candle. It's a pretty big candle, but I'll use that potentially. It has a demand. Or we can just flip. Will you use that, or will you simply flip? In a way, it's almost the same.
Yeah,
Will
it's
you
almost
use
the same thing.
flip?
I would just flip my. I would just flip my zone there, and knowing that now, I'm looking at it to become a demand area of support, and I just got to figure out where am I going to put my trade in for that.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. You know, you got a little, and it's kind of respecting it right now. But again, we're not looking for a trade. You have a support there at 15.5, and then you got it at 15 flat, and it's so far respected to 15.5. But we expected to get down below that. How much and how much fuel to come down? I think this may not be a bad one to potentially a front run. But if you don't do it, you got to come down all the way back to, I would say, 14.5.
Right.
So either you're gonna be going front running it or 14.5.
You just missed it. It just popped in.
Just popped in there. Yeah.
Did you get
I'm
in?
gonna. No. I'm waiting here.
Yeah.
Are you trading? Do you trade?
No, I didn't. I was gonna, but I didn't get in time, which is probably good because it's kind of heavy.
It's a heavy guy.
Price feels kind of heavy, but it's bouncing off on the order flow. It's bouncing off of VPOC right there, so right at 15 even.
Yeah. I may go one tick below that. I may go at 14.75 here. See if they pick me up.
You gonna go in at 114 and a quarter or 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
14.
Yeah. That's all right there. Yeah, I think that'd be all right.
May just go one tick down and pick me up here or not. See. Good rejection there.
Ooh.
Yep. Real quick. Got in. Got out.
Yeah. Got you quick, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, you saw the volume. I was just saying that. Volume was expected to be right at the previous. It was expected to be right at the previous volume, and then just in that flash, it almost doubled there. Or not double, but it's going to potentially double here. So you just did a quick flash there. No big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the key for that one is to front run it and then out, and then they just came in and clear some. They're still respecting the sun, right? Still respected because it's a wide. If you're to look at the whole candle, it's a wide sun. So. Yeah. See if we can go back to another zone. See if they go to our hidden zone there. Oh, they're rejected from this area here. Volume's pretty wild there.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, volume's just really high, so I can't do anything right now. You know, even though it's bouncing around those zones we expected to bounce around, I just don't like volume being so strong. So I just have to, I'm not trying to get into every single trade, and I mean, even though bouncing nicely out of that, volume's too high for me right now. Too close to the open as well. I'm looking to see something to happen there. Wow, did you see that? How that thing went all the way down there?
That is wild. But cool. It went right to our
It went right to the
bottom.
bottom of that zone. Yep, I have it marked up on my chart, and it went right to the bottom of it. Mm. I don't think I'll put some order flow volume on here and just kind of see where we're at here, right at the open there. Kind of see where we are with VPOC is right in the middle of our zone. So it's going to be one of those trade. You kind of have to wait for something to develop here because right in the middle of everything.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. So this is the fun part of trading, just being patient and relaxing and waiting for the right opportunities, which can be tough sometimes, but that's the part of trading, being successful. You got to be patient.
Yep. It's again really cool. They went to the bottom of the sound though.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see here. Yeah, thankfully you didn't get into the trade right at the 90.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Very good.
It's a little too close to the open.
Yeah, I tend to lose track of time. I always forget about the open.
Yeah.
Anything exciting on the news today?
No, not really. I mean, 11:20, we have a kind of a medium report where just the Fed's, somebody in the Fed's speaking, but I'm not too worried about it.
Oh, I did some research and I was able to figure out how to use the OCO order.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah, so when you place the order in, for example, you put a sell at the very top here, and so you put a buy on the top. Before you put that buy, the second one, you have on your ATM strategy, you just have to select it again, like double click it again.
Double click the
and then,
ATM strategy.
Yeah, and
Gotcha.
just reselect it, and then it'll work.
Cool.
Yeah, man, that's what I do, bro. Do research.
That's good, man. You need somebody doing research.
Yeah.
And you're the man, it sounds like, huh?
That's right. I was, I told you I'm majoring in political science, and it was 2008 election year, and one of this guy I know, great, he's a good guy, he's a Democrat, loves Hillary Clinton, loves Hillary Clinton, and so two things happened to him. It was funny. He was, he's a white guy. Very Sanford typical, blonde hair, dresses well and all that. And,
Right.
so he's campaigning for Hillary, and so he's in a tough part of the neighborhood campaigning, and he goes into this person's yard trying to go into their house or your front, to the door, and the guy walks outside with a shotgun, and he says, "You damn Republicans, get out of here! You son," starts cussing him out. The guy's like, "No, I'm a Democrat." He didn't want to hear it, man. He was like, "You Republicans, screw you, screw John McCain, and screw this and that." So, yeah, man, it was something.
Wow, that's odd that Democrats weren't holding the gun, doing that.
Yeah,
to kill
I
you.
know. Yeah, it was funny though. It was funny. So then the other one is, so he gets he's doing an internship or whatever for some senator. I forgot which senator it is. Not from Alabama. I forgot what state. And so he's at the hill with the senator, and they're walking, and there's an elevator where it says at the top of the elevator says Senator somewhere, right? And so if you haven't been up there, there's other elevators, and there's one just for senators. So my friend, this guy I know, he walks and stops before he goes into the elevator. He looks at the sign and says, "Oh," because he's talking to the senator. He's like, "Oh, I guess I will take the other one." And the senator is there with some other senators in the elevator, and he's like, "Oh no, man, you're with me. Come on, you're fine." All right, it's coming to our area. Obviously, it's too deep already in the zone. Are you looking for potential for the 845 candle if it even gets down there? Do they hit it?
Potential, yeah, but I mean, I think it's going to bounce right here out of this area.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And you're not? Are you thinking about anything here?
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but I think I've missed it already. I was thinking about going in at 14.5, still looking for a bounce at a quarter.
Okay. All right.
But, I don't know yet. I'm kind of watching.
Okay. I think
There's a lot of,
yeah.
just a lot going on right here. So.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I might not be afraid to put a trade in there. Let's see. Yeah. Well, that's not the word. I didn't mean to say I'm not afraid like you're afraid. I'm not flying. Well, see, you ran into that. I didn't mean it that way.
That's all right, man. I'm okay.
That's why I get in trouble all the time. Hey, man, what are you trying to say, bro? I'm like, no, I'm not trying to say anything. I misused the word.
You're having this whole conversation with yourself, and I haven't said a word, man.
Bro, I know you know. You gave me you think I'm afraid, bro? Yeah, I throw it down the sister right now.
That's right. It would have worked out nicely. Dang.
Yeah, it would have.
Oh goodness. Oh well.
So he's entered the elevator, and the senator is with him. He's like, "Come on in, man. You're fine. You're with me. You're good. You're good. You're just a midterm, but you're good." He didn't say that, but he's like, "You're good, man. You're good." So he goes in the elevator. So he's kind of proud and happy. I'm here in the elevator with other senators, and the doors are about to close, and all you hear is a step, like a woman's shoes, a woman walking. And this is old Hillary, when she was the great senator from the great state of New York. And she's about to get into the elevator. This is his street. He loves, and I think I told you, loves Hillary. And so he's like, yeah, dude, he's so excited. Like, he's like about to, he's trying to hold it all together, And she was about to get into the elevator. This is a true story. She stops at the door, looks in the elevator, sees this intern, and says, "I am not getting in the elevator with an intern," and walks away. He walks away. So my friend is devastated. He's like, "My gosh!" And then the other senator looks at him, the guy he's working for, and looks at him, and they're all laughing. All the other senators are laughing, and he says, "Don't worry, she doesn't have a good experience with interns." So, yeah. Kind of a little jab for little Bill Clinton there, but listen, man, he was devastated. But can you imagine? I mean, I love, for example, Stephen Colbert, right? And can you imagine? I see him like, somewhere, Publix or something. Which, by the way, I feel like he would never go to Publix. But let's say I saw him at Publix, and I'm like, hey man, there's Stephen Colbert, and I go up to old Steve, Steve, yo, hey buddy, how you doing? And he just kind of looks at me like, yeah, I want to talk to Hispanics. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'm actually white now, so it's good.
Order pending.
But yeah, it's a funny story, but really sad in a way, and devastating. But yeah.
Gotcha.
The more you know, man, the more you
The more
know.
you know. There you go. The more you know. Well, I got an order in at 16 and a half.
Okay.
To go long, so we'll see if it bounced off of it. So we'll see if it.
Is that from? Where's that from?
That's from it just breaking through the high of the 16, 15 candle, or 615 candle this morning. That that resistance, just broke through up there, and I expected to come back and kind of find some support right there, especially with all the wicks there, from 925, 930, 935.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll see all that to give us some support, but I don't know if I've already missed it. We'll see.
I hear you. Yeah, come on, buddy. Looking good.
Looking good. What's it looking good on?
I'm just talking to it. You gotta treat it like a dog.
Oh,
In
yeah.
a positive way. Yeah, not like a bad one.
Yeah, I was
A
gonna
dog. Yeah. Like, hey, buddy, hey, come over here. Which, by the way, dogs really need to speak up when they need to go to the bathroom. I'm just letting you know. We can't read your mind.
Yeah, I don't know how they don't understand that, man. Well, where's the speaking dog, man? We need the speaking dog.
I would be like the worst dad ever. Kid really needs to go to the bathroom, but you can't talk yet. Man, what's going on? Why are you red? What's going on with this? You smell? You smell you're red.
You learned it. But that's what's going to make you figure it out pretty quick when you get tired of changing diapers. Some nasty green poop diapers and being peed on. All that good stuff, man. That's when you'll figure out how to read body language pretty quick.
Real quick, yeah. Just constantly be taken into the bathroom every hour, just like, hey, just go in there and see what happens, all right?
You're just gonna let them go. You're just gonna let them go in that diaper for a while, though. You're just gonna be like, that's what it's for, man. Just use it.
Diapers.
But then eventually you're gonna be like, all right, I gotta start taking. Eventually you're gonna be like, I gotta start taking care of this kid.
Yeah, I'm gonna start taking care of the kid. That's funny. Steven, my friend Steven, he grew up with 10, 11 other siblings.
Yeah, tell me that.
And so he's changed quite a bit of diapers in his lifetime. And we were this girl we knew, Naniana. Her husband was in the military, and he was back, and he's a great guy, and he offered for us both to watch their little kid. They just had a little baby. And I looked at Steven and I was like, bro, look, I love you. I love them. They're great people. I'm not going to watch their kid. I don't know what to do. What do you do with a kid? And he's like, Soto, just be with me. Just hang out with me. I'll take care of the baby. I'm like, oh, okay, I can do that. So I'm holding the baby, right? We're at the house. We're holding the baby. It's kind of late at night. He's a little tired. So the baby, you know how babies kind of like start falling asleep and they want to be awake, but they're falling asleep, so they kind of close their eyes, they're like drifting off a little bit. Dude, the baby and I were doing the same thing. We're both drifting off. So, but I'm holding the baby safely, by the way, and we're both trying to stay awake. Steven later told us that he was ready to jump in, but he was so entertained by it that he let it go. And so we're both just, the baby and I are just kind of opening our eyes and we're trying to stay awake, and eventually I fell asleep, the baby fell asleep, and he took the baby from our arms. But yeah, that was funny. But I've never switched a diaper. I'm planning on doing it anytime soon. So.
Well, that's good. Yeah, don't plan on doing it anytime soon.
Yeah, that's what happens here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the trade, but I don't. Kind of contemplating on what I need to do here because it's taking a little longer than I'd like.
Yeah, we're up to 0.75. I'm in the trade here with you also, by the way.
Oh, are you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
know.
guessing you jumped in at 16.5. I'm like you, I went up to 16.25. I'm kidding, bro. I'm 16.1.
You're 16 and a half too?
Yeah.
So we're both looking at this trade saying, all right, either need to go on or I need to knock it out. One of the two.
Yeah, I'm hoping it breaks right here. Let's see what happens. It kind of went to the 75 twice. And it hesitates there, which I'm not liking, like you said.
Yeah, I'm not liking what's going on here. Yeah, I'm going to look to kill this trade here. I'm going to go ahead and just move it to even. If I can get one tick, I'm going to push it to one tick. Dang it. I should have killed the trade right there. But I'm not going to panic, man. It's got a lot of support to get through. It's got a lot of support to get through over there, in the 6 o'clock hour. So we'll see if it can hold it.
How's your saying that? It's just coming down.
I know. It's just saying, nah, I don't have any support over there, buddy.
Stop build.
There you go. It proved it.
Yeah.
You dog.
Look at that. Volume's decreasing. Look at that volume.
Everything's decreasing, yeah. That's just... there's still a lot of support right here, even, to still get back into the trade. So, I just don't think it's going to come down hard. I think it's going to go long. I just have to...
Order filled.
Wow, I just went short by accident here. Let me kill this thing here. I didn't mean to go short.
Oh.
I did. I went short. I need to kill this trade.
Yeah, not what you want.
Come on back in.
Dang it. Are you positive there?
Come on, what are you doing? But no, I didn't mean to do that.
Crap.
That's alright.
Maybe that's what we need in order to do what we want. We're just going to do the opposite of what we want.
Yeah, just always put in the opposite of what you meant to do.
Yeah.
It works out in your favor.
That's great. That's a George Costanza thinks Seinfeld episode. And it was like, I just need to not be myself, and I can get any girl I want. This is the opposite of what I would typically do, and it works out great.
Yeah.
So true, by the way. So true.
Oh, yeah. There's some truth to that for sure.
Yeah. In parts of your life that's not working, right? Obviously, the good stuff in your life that's working out great, don't do that, but... Like, if you typically, if you struggle with, your eating habits, maybe, I don't know, do the opposite. Man, typically I eat 10 pizzas. I'm going to do the opposite and just not eat any pizza.
Stop filled.
I got out of that, which was good, but now I'm going to go back and buy here.
Order pending. Order filled.
I chased it here. I'm not really chased it, but I'm in back at E15 even.
15. No way. That's exactly where I'm at.
Are you in it?
Yeah, I've been in it. Yeah. I took some heat. I don't. Listen. You never need to trade.
Today, man. This is awesome.
You did not need to jump in with my trades, okay?
Well, I didn't know you were in there. I got in there because I feel like it's going to bounce.
Hey, me too.
Funny.
That's why I got in. I don't have another reason for jumping in besides I think it's going to bounce.
Well, but it's showing good support here. Volume's staying low, and it's in a lot of support. It's just a matter if it wants to catch some legs and go, which I really hope it does at this point. It took 2 bad trades there, so I got out of that other one at break even, which was good.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to put a short position in, but I did.
Yeah. You guys push down hard. Huh.
That's all right.
All right. Let's see. What's going on? I don't understand. The volume is so low. How are they pushing so hard?
Well, it's just the market, man. It wants to go somewhere.
Yeah. Where's it trying to go, buddy?
It's going to our stops where it's going, and it's going to take off.
That's
Our stop's actually sitting right. That's one sad thing is our stop's actually sitting on a lot of support.
I
They're
know.
at 7:15, 7:30.
Hey, hold on 1 second. I gotta take this call.
Okay. It's funny. Well, I think I'm in a bad position here, but I don't want to move my stop, even though I think it's going to probably bounce right where my stop's at. But, hey, I'm not into moving stops, so it just means I took a bad entry. I'm not into moving stops, so I'm not going to do that. If it takes us out, it takes us out. Just tells me I got to be more concentrate more on my entries. So I don't want to get in the habit of moving stops, even though we think right now it could bounce exactly where my stop's at, but I'm not going to take the risk and move it. Can't get into doing that. So you just have to be willing to suck it up wherever you got into the trade. And in this particular instance right here, I probably didn't get into the best spot, so my stop's leaving me right in the area of support, which price could easily get down into before it decides to want to run long here. And I just have to deal with it at this point and take the loss if it's a loss, man. That's just part of it. Don't get into moving stops. So this would be a good learning lesson right here for everybody. If you're on the channel, then you can see we're not going to move the stop here, even though we feel like it's in the area of good support. So we'll just wait and let price do what it's going to do, obviously. But I'm not liking where we're at. But again, I don't move my stop, so I'm willing to take my 1 point loss and just slap myself on the wrist for getting in at the wrong position, and I have to be okay with that. So we'll see. We shall see what's going to happen. Yeah, price is not wanting to push through that anymore. Come on, baby. Volume's going down, which is great. What we'd like to see, since we're into this trade, though, we would like volume to have already spiked and gone long. So I don't like sitting in a trade this long. It's not good. Usually means a lot of indecision, obviously. I just don't like sitting in a trade this long. But even though my profit target's sitting at 2 points, but if with this entry position right here in the price action on this candle, if it doesn't go on, if it goes up a point, I'll probably go ahead and manually move my stop into +1 tick. Even though my ATM is a little different today, grabbing 2 points, but since I don't like the position very well, I'll kind of probably cuddle up pretty quick to price, but we'll see if it can even get that high. Best we've gotten is 3 ticks into our position so far. We'd like to get lucky here and get 4 to 5 ticks in, and then move into profit would be great. But we need price to push. Three ticks in. Yeah, price Price is battling right there. Price is really battling right there, so I'm going to go ahead and, well, might have waited too long. I'm going to go ahead and get one tick into profit here, and if it takes me, it's going to take me out. That's okay, because I didn't like the position, so I got out with a tick profit on 2 contracts, so that's fine. I would just like to have seen a wick out of that 955 candle right there. I never got it. So price could continue to go on up, and that's okay. I just didn't like the bottom, this 955 candle not having any wick in it. So it just doesn't tell me, doesn't give me confidence that price is going to continue to go higher. So where my stop was at, it was right here in a lot of support from my entry, and then so I saw an opportunity to get out, and that's what I did. So. A lot of sideways market moving right now. Not a lot of strength in one direction or the other. So, kind of being patient. Getting around this 10 o'clock though, which is always fun. Come on Fridays, you know, or any day at 10 o'clock, you tend to get a little turn. Fridays tend to have a little better turn direction around noon, but we always want to watch for that 10 o'clock hour. So it looks like we made the right decision. It's going to look like we possibly made the right decision. Go ahead and taking a tick of profit there and moving our stop very aggressively, and getting out of that based on price action. So it looks like we might have made that right decision. Well, I've made the right decision for me at this point. I know, because I didn't like the entry and where my stop laid. So I know I made the right decision to go ahead and lock a tick in, and knowing it was going to take me out, but at least it took me out with a profit versus a 1-point stop. So so that was very good on as far as risk management, money management goes. Go ahead and be aggressive to putting your position into a profitable position, and getting on out of there. So that was good. So we'll just be patient and see what happens. As I said that a lot, that's a lot like it is. That's what I was telling somebody the other day. Successful trading can be very boring at times, because it's, an analogy I use is like golf, man. If you're a really good golfer, it can be boring sometimes, because you just hit it down the middle of the fairway all the time. You're not having to chase it from side to side, so it can kind of be boring some days, you know. And but the results are always fantastic, and no different here, you know. Successful trading is sometimes boring trading, you know, but the results are exciting at the end of the day, or end of the week, or end of the month, or however you want to justify that. But patience is key. So if you're just joining our channel, I sure do appreciate that. If you're taking the time to watch us, I really appreciate you doing that. Again, if you have any kind of suggestions, what you'd like to see on the channel, please don't hesitate to put those in there. Like I said, this is we're new to putting on the live streams here, but we're not new to trading. Obviously, we've been doing it for a long time, but to kind of make it more entertaining for you, or more instructive for you as the viewer, if you want to learn something, or if you'd like me to draw things out, or do something on the charts to kind of explain some things, please throw those in the chat there, and we can do that. But we want to make this channel very informative. And I know we tend to speak a lot, you know, in the downtime instead of instructing, but we want to, I want to, and have you ask questions. Okay, get involved in the chat, because you'll learn better and learn more when you get your specific question answered. So ask questions and we'll explain them. Okay. All right, just hanging out. Just a hanging. Yep. So it didn't like that price action, and it would have came back and got us. Look at that. It puts a double bottom right where our stop would have been. Man. So that was a good decision, guys. If you are in it with me, it was a good decision to get on out there and take our ticket profit versus sitting here and taking a full point stop. So good job being aggressive on that. Volume's still very low here. It's increasing a little bit on that 10 o'clock candle, but not enough to make you think it's a strong push down. So now we're going to be we're looking for areas of support right here, which is a good one was right there. Obviously at 1375, kind of where our stop was at, and it showed that it went through at one tick and bounced. So far anyway, we'll just see if that can kind of maintain its strength there. This area to bounce, that's a nice little bounce right there. So if you're just joining us, thanks again. This is the Titan Futures 1 point a day challenge. The challenge is unmet here by either Mitchell or Soto. We will keep those, keep that tracking on the spreadsheet, which I've kind of already shown. But I don't use mine just because I've been doing this a long time. So I want I want the points recorded for the 1 point a day challenge based on someone that's fairly new to trading, trading our method especially. Which is going to be Soto and Mitchell, and they're here on the group chat. They're also instructors here, so that's the conversations you'll hear. So Soto got his point this morning, a point and a quarter actually prior to pre-market, in a zone we had drawn this morning. That's actually the same zone we have right here. It was just a great zone this morning at 8:15 to 8:20. Well, we drew that 8:15 candle there, and he took a trade into at 8:55 to go short. It went into our zone. He got in at 14.5, so he got his point and a quarter, which was nice. So he met the challenge for the day. So if you're just now joining us, thank you. But again, the challenge has been met today, which is awesome. So I've already updated the spreadsheet to show that. So as an individual trader, in 20 days, you're up $500 in your account, just 1 point at a time, with a 1 point stop, which is phenomenal. If you think about it, it's 50% return within a month. So that's great. So what we'll do, just kind of continue to let that build and let that compound, and eventually when we get to $2,000, we'll move to 2 contracts, still 1 point stop, and if we happen to lose that one trade and it gets us below 2,000, then we'll go back to 1 point. 1 contract. But we try to add a contract for every $1,000 here. But you can only do this. You can only do that without aggressiveness. You can only do that if you have a 1 point stop. Okay, and you're not over trading. You're making the 1 trade a day. Okay, early on. So that's kind of the plan that we have here. 1 point a day on a $1,000 account will either make you 5% or lose your 5% for the day. But thus far, like you can see in our spreadsheet here, let me just go ahead and pull it back in here since we're kind of in lull right here. We're kind of hanging out. I'll just pull it back in, and you can kind of see based on the spreadsheet here. This is our individuals work here. You can see 1 point a day is done pretty well, right? It's giving you $519 of profit. That's after commissions. Okay, so and you can see all number 1 contract. We have our points won here, as well as our points lost. Okay, right here in this middle column. So we're not we're not hiding anything here. And you can see our net points over here, and you can see all the ones we've lost as well. So we're not hiding anything here. So we show our losers and our winners. And you can see we started off with $1,000, got point first day on the 822 for a $44 profit after commissions. Okay, so everything's showing commissions here. So this last column here, has the net liquidation there, the total balance. That's all after commissions. So be mindful of that. So we're giving you a realistic look at what's actually happening in our account. So you can see that it can be done. But you can also see we're not going to do anything crazy, all right, and lose a lot either and blow our accounts up at one point. So even though $1,000 is not hardly any money to be trading in the full contract of the S&P 500 at $50 a point, but at the same time, if you're disciplined and manage your emotion and you take that 1 point trade and that 1 point stop and you either win or you lose and you're done, then it just becomes how good are you at your entries. And I'd have to say, based on this spreadsheet so far, and if you go back and watch all our videos, we've been pretty good at it. So the boys have done very well here. So you'll see some of these positions now with, let's say like a 917, you see 3.25 points. You could argue, I thought that was on the first point. Well, it is. It's his first trade, and it's a trailing stop and everything that's added to that. Same way with this point and a quarter. Those are his trailing stops. So he's made his point, but he's also had his other position in there working. Okay. So that's good. Then you can see as a group, we don't have the, well, at the end of the day, I'll update that as well. But yesterday we netted out 2.5, 1.6, but we lost 3.5, but netted out 2.5. You can see we're up $1,828. We started on a $1,000 account here as well. So as a team, you kind of see what potentially can be done by multiple contracts, but so that kind of is fun to keep up. But the real challenge here is on the individual. Okay, the individual results there, and we're up 51% in that. So that's great. So the boys have done very well here. So let's get back into some price action and watch the charts. Yeah, look at that. Our area where our position was that our stop loss was in this area prior to us getting out of this previous trade. Was proven to be a really good spot to be long. Obviously, pretty good bounce there. So good job on managing that trade and being out and getting one tick of profit on that and being aggressive to move our stop into a profit because we didn't like the price action. So it was a good decision there. So good job. Good job there.
All right. I'm back. I'm trailing this thing. I'm 2.25 points in. Road tag.
Where'd you get in?
Hold on a second. Do I need to lock this or just let it run?
No, I would at this point. I would let this run. I think this is your runner, possibly right here.
All right. I'm at where did I go in? Hold on. 14.25.
14 and a quarter. You went in.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. All right.
And on the other trade, sorry, I was on the phone. On the other trade, I got in.
Got in at 15 even, didn't you? Because you got in. I got in.
Yes. Thank you.
Did you take the loss or did you manage your position and get out of it?
No, I didn't lose. Oh, that one. No, that was. Hold on. No, I lost that one. I lost that one.
Okay, so you lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I lost that.
Yeah, because you got on the phone in the middle of that. But that's when I was sitting here talking. I managed the trade. Because I didn't like the price action based on that candle that we ended up getting in at, and I didn't like where our stop was laying right there at support.
Right.
So we went ahead and managed to trade. We got 3 ticks in the profit on that trade, and I just moved my position into +1 tick, and it came back and got us. So we got out of that, but we got out of it with a tick of profit. But what's cool about it is, as soon as where our stop loss was at is where price went down to and gained all the support for this launch long. So we made the right decision. But you got in at 14 and a quarter, you said. Yeah, so you're riding pretty good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you got one locked in.
Yes. I actually traded. Sorry, the reason I was confused is because I traded between your trade, the trade I went with you, and then now, and I got a point and a tick out of it. I went in at 13.75.
Okay, yeah, you.
And
so
it got my point, and I thought I was going to trail, and it came back and took me out of my second point.
Gotcha.
And so I made a point there and a tick, and then I saw it come back down, and that's when I went at a 14 and a quarter to go long, and that's the trade I'm in right now. I'm at 2 points in, and like you said, at this point, I'm up for the week. I'm good. So I got 2 losses today. So I lost four points today, right? Because
Order
I'm turning
pending.
to contracts at 2-2, right? But I've made 1, 2. I can just look at the money real quick. That's a lot easier. So I'm down on my account today, right?
Okay.
Just from commissions, and I've slightly lost more than I've won. But with this right here, we'll be in the positive here. So
Yeah, well, I mean, if that's the case, I would definitely tighten it up. Then, if you're down in your account, I don't know what you're down in your account, but I'd lock in enough to make some money. You know.
okay.
So if you're down 2 points, I'd go ahead and lock in 2 points, or 2 and a quarter, or 2.5, or whatever, to cover myself, so I'm not in a losing position for the day.
Yeah.
So if you're in at 14 and a quarter, I'd lock in probably 16 and a quarter. Going to put you out right here. I'll put you at the bottom of that. I don't know what you're down, but
I just moved it there to 16 and 16 and a half.
oh, you went to 16 and a half. Okay,
Yeah.
All right, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
good.
just to make up for, I guess, for today.
That's good. Yeah, that means you're going to be in the profit then. If you take a loss here, I mean, if it comes back and gets you, you at least recovered your loss.
Yeah. So yeah. I'm already out of the trade, so I'm out.
You're out already. Okay.
Yeah. I went right to it. It took me out. So
It came back to 1650.
yeah, that's what it did.
I didn't see it come back that.
Yeah, I didn't see it go there, so I don't know why it took me out there, but it took me out.
Okay.
Yeah. It must have happened really quick. See that. But yeah, but I got 3, so I got 1, 3, so I got 4 points from that. That was good.
That is good. Did that put you back in a profit?
Yep.
Good.
We're good there. Man, I really want to let that ride there. Like I said, it would take a lot to come. I mean, but you said you're right. I was down for the day, but overall we come up. So I guess I'm a little protector. I'm up, way up. So I guess so you're right. Let's today. But yeah, I think that would have my chance for a run there. Just because it's going to take a lot. Apparently not too much because it went down. It went down to us multiple times. But here it comes again. So maybe it's good I went out. But yeah, I figured that's potential. I really thought it was going to keep going up, and it did. And there's just a lot of resistance up there, man.
Yeah, there is a lot of resistance. It needs to break out if it's going to break, or always put a head and shoulders pattern in, and that'd be something else to watch if it did that. But
do the what?
What's called a head and shoulders pattern, if it does that, then it's going to break hard to the downside. But we'll watch it and see. It's kind of got a reverse head and shoulders already, but we'll kind of watch it.
But good. And then it's, 3-point run, not too bad.
Yeah, that's great, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. 3-point run.
Yeah. And I wanted to lock in the second entry I got in at the 13.75.
Filled.
Oh, look at that. Flash, man. I'm glad I locked those in. Yeah, good call on that. Man, look at that. God. Whoa. Dude, that's why I told you I needed to lock those 3 points in. You wanted me to let this run, bro. I was like, no, man, I like this one.
Yeah, all right.
No, good call on that for sure. See, I didn't see that. Oh, man, that's just, look at that. And again, I would have been fine with it because I was expecting a long run, but you're right. I think it would be wise to, why not make some money for the day, even overall for the week?
Yeah.
Order
Because I got
pending.
taken out on that. I was actually in a trade at 315. I thought it would bounce there, and it just happened so fast it took me down. So
Okay, where did you go in at?
I was in it. I had a trade sitting at 15.17 and 15.75. Had a trade sitting there, thinking it would bounce off of that support right there. Those that 3-week high,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and it just flat ran through me before I could even think twice about it. So
Okay. So now you got a trade to go short. I see you got a trade.
I got a trade to go short here if it will, because that's a big
Order filled.
short. I mean, that's a big engulfing candle to the short sides here. So I would love to see it go ahead and commit to the short side now, but we'll see.
Where are you at? What price is that?
I got in at 14.25. Probably should have came higher around 15 to go short, but
Are you in the trade?
yeah, I'm in the trade. Yeah, I mean,
Okay, sorry.
it's all over the place right
Yeah.
now. All over the place today, but
So it's just a little delayed, so that's why I was just saw that you got in the trade.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Man.
There's a lot of resistance right here on order flow. That's kind of the reason I've done it, but it might push into that resistance a little bit.
Yeah.
Take me out.
Listen, I'm just going to do the opposite of what you just did.
Huh?
I'm doing the opposite. I'm just kidding.
That's fine. Yeah, it'll work for you.
Nah, dude, I'm messing with you, bro. We're talking about doing the opposite on each other. Let's get it. Let's get it. Gotta have fun.
Push to the downside, but dang.
See, this is the bad part of me. When I'm up in the week or whatever, it's just my personality. I'm more liberal, aggressive. Yeah, that's probably the term. And I'm okay taking a couple losses here. Understanding that. You got house money I'm playing with, right? So
Order filled.
I'm not saying go wild, right? I'm just saying. I'm not saying going rogue either, but I'm saying I'm willing to take some additional risks.
Yeah.
That
I
I
went
want
rogue a little bit. I just went into another short position.
Where
I'm trying to
at?
catch this run short because I feel like it's going to go short, so I'm just trying to catch it. 15.25.
Okay.
I'm still using 1-point stops. That's the big thing to understand. I'm using 1-point stops, but I got a big target. So if I can catch this short runner, I'll make up all those losses very quickly. But I'm just in the middle of all this junk. But I feel like it's going to come out of this one way or the other, and it just based on order flow, it's pretty heavy to the downside, but it just keeps wanting to press up against it too, though. So the price is just kind of doing what it wants to do right now. Price is kind of acting not wanting to cooperate. And this is one of those days I was telling you about. Some days the market's just not going to cooperate what you want it to do,
Right.
what you feel like it should do. And it just happens to be that way right now. So I mean, I've taken a few losses today, so I'm about to take another one. It looks like, even though I'm in a really good position right here as far as order flow goes, it's just going to keep taking me out. Yeah. Dang. So I got to be done for the day, man. I've lost 4 times already, so I'm done. So all this.
Yeah, not doing what we expect for sure.
Yeah. That's
Kind of back on a lot on this area here.
Yeah. Order flow is ugly too. Even though I put in positions to where they should reject or go long out of, but they're just pushing a tick or two higher than all those areas, and you got taking out a lot of that order flow that should be good positions of strength or resistance, and it's just not cooperating today. So it's a Friday, so it's just kind of doing what it wants to do, and it's making me pay for it today.
Yeah.
So I think
I just realized it was Friday, by the way.
Yeah. So this might be why the Auto Trader, well, I know why, but this is why the Auto Trader takes trades in the afternoon on Fridays. And let it get some direction, because of this kind of stuff right here is more common than not, apparently. I should have taken a lesson from the Auto Trader. I really start looking for positions till after 12 o'clock. But oh well. Alright, so let's see here. Stop.
Yeah, that's interesting. So Fridays afternoon it does better.
Yeah, it starts making trades about 12 o'clock. It starts looking for the trade. And because it tends to be about on Fridays about noon or around 12 o'clock, price will kind of get a real direction usually. And so the Auto Trader tends to go into effect around 12. Kind of leaves the morning alone because of this kind of stuff right here. You know, it gives you but a bunch of false signals.
Right.
Because it's going to go on Fridays. It's going to go one way or the other because of profit taking. You know, so you really see what ends up happening. You really see from the big boy standpoint where they're at. You know, on Fridays because they'll take profits, right? So if price goes long or goes short, it's because they're all profit taking. So that would tell you if they were long or short for the day or for the week. You know. So it's kind of interesting to see that, and that's really what the Auto Trader takes advantage of.
Yeah, I bet it might be going down here. See what happens.
Yeah, I can't trust anything anymore until it gets out of this, all this sideways junk. I've been eating up today. Let's see here. Stop test that one. Yeah.
I think we're going to have a move here. So is everything pointing to a long or short, or from your, I guess, tools?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't tell me either way. That's the problem. I mean, I've had both. I had order flow strong and for the long side and to the downside, so that's the reason I've been kind of getting whipsawed here.
Yeah.
Because I've been taking those trades based on order flow to the long side and the short side, and it's just not respecting those areas right now. So it's all sideways right here, so you're just getting chopped out. And I know better than that. I tried to catch it twice to catch the runner early on instead of letting it confirm price where it wants to go. And I've paid for it today, so that's just a rookie mistake, and I know better than that. But that's just trying to catch these runners, and it's just not doing it today right now. So I don't have a bias either way at this point with what's going on.
Yeah. For what it was worth, we haven't made a. Interesting. I'm just kind of looking. I think we may go. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of stuck here, really.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of rejection from the downside to go long, and there's a lot of rejection from the long side to go short.
Yeah.
And the same way with the order flow, there's a lot of orders sitting on both sides either way.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of what making this difficult, and that's what's giving it a chop. There's just it commits to one side for a second, then the sellers come in, and then it commits to the side, and the buyers come in, and that's just it's just what it is right now, and it's just taking it out, They're positioning orders for this afternoon, I think.
Yep. They've only been to our 8, and I was surprised you guys see this. They've only been to our 845 zone one time. I guess into the zone one time. I guess you can argue that you had 2 touches there, but. I guess I thought it went lower than that, and it hasn't. It's only gone there once at the very open, right? So it took energy to get down there, is the way I look at it. And then the highest it's been is the 945 candle. So it's really, we've been bouncing between those two here for a while. It feels like we've been more than that.
That's.
We haven't.
No, we haven't. You're right. So it's just pure sideways chop right now.
Yeah. It's
a lot of chop. I mean, it's definitely chopped me a couple times here.
Yeah. By the way, I can't trade and be on the phone talking to someone else about something else. So, because I was looking at this and I'm like, okay, I was like, I need to lock this in, but I can't focus. So I was like, oh God, I need to get off the phone. I'm on the phone here. I'm trading.
Yeah.
I see this kid here.
Oh.
Kidding.
So unprofessional. Hold on. I got this.
All right, buddy. All right. For those watching here live, we're trading the S&P ES market. We're looking here for a breakout before we're probably considering any other trades. If you are interested in learning the how to pick supplier demand zones, be sure to check out our channel. We have different educational videos to help you understand the volume, supply and demand, the candlesticks, which we call price action. So a lot of beneficial stuff to check out, sure. Our traders are our lead trader, the sensei, the great of the greats, is Mr. BK. He's our head trader, and he's taught me and one other guy named Mitchell, who's getting married this weekend, so he will not be with us for the next week or two while he's getting married and going on his honeymoon. So we wish him the best. We're happy for him. Glad he's doing well. So yeah, we're here just patiently waiting to hopefully have a breakout here. It's 9:28 Central, 10:28 Eastern Time. And just being patient with potential trade to the long short side. We got a potential supply demand candle at 10.25. And we're going to see if that evolves to one of our supply demand zones. You're watching and listening to Titans Futures channel on YouTube.
That sounded like a good radio announcement.
Yeah, buddy.
Titan Futures YouTube channel.
Dude, it's different when you're not on. It's so awkward. It's like, I'm talking to myself here in a way.
Yeah.
So it's like trying to play cool, like, all right, this is not weird at all.
Yeah.
Because when I know when I wasn't able to talk with you on the channel, you were talking and it was great because I enjoyed listening to you and I felt like you're in the room. I just couldn't tell you anything, right? But it does feel weird to be talking out loud to yourself. So.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. One of the I was listening to some other radio people. And they were saying, it's interesting, they said that one of the worst things, their greatest nightmare, they work at a radio station, so they play music, right? And most of the people were talking about beginnings, their humble beginnings, where they're playing at 2 in the morning or 10 at night, and they're just one guy there running the whole station. It's dead air. They call it dead air, and that where the song it's not playing, right? There's nothing on the air. That's like their biggest nightmare. So they're quickly have to get on the radio and say something while they're picking another song. So they'll just come up with something like, so the weather today is 98 degrees here. It's funny.
Oh yeah.
I think we expect, I've become a better person about this, but sometimes I think we expect maybe too much for certain people. I was a Subway one day, and I don't like Subway, but
what?
I was invited, so when you don't want to be rude. If somebody invites you to something, you're not gonna be like, I don't eat that, okay, well, thank you. You find the least harmful thing there, and you're trying to suck it up and eat it and enjoy it, right? So no, it's not that bad, but if it's my choice, I would definitely not go to Subway because I have morals. But I respect my body better than that. No, I'm just kidding. So anyways, so we're at Subway, and I have a very, what I thought was a reasonable request. Can you please cut this into quarters, right? It's not, I didn't think it was going to be a big deal.
One of those, huh?
Well, it's easier to eat it in the car, right? Just, So the lady cuts it into thirds, and she looks at me and she's like, "Oh, is this okay?" I'm like, "It would have been okay if I asked for thirds, but it's clear to ask for quarters." And that it hit me that she didn't know what quarters were.
Yeah.
And so I was not at that point. I was like, I don't want to never try to embarrass anyone, like that on purpose. So then I played. Oh no, that's fine. Yeah. So next time quarters, and then I was trying to teach somebody something, and I'm like, no, listen, just walk away from the scenario. Like, thank you so much, man. Thank you. It's great. And it worked out great, but it just made me realize, hey, she didn't know. And that's fine. There's people that don't know stuff. And, I was very humble about the situation. But my old way would have been like, no, listen, do you not know what a quarter is? No, kidding. Never do that. Never done me.
Well, I'm glad. That's nice that you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I would never do that. I'm joking. I'm always like the nicest guy to like the strangers. I'm only mean to my friends.
Okay, well, that's gonna say. I mean, I know. I don't know what nice is to you, but the way you treat us, not very nice.
Guys are funny. Yeah. But then again, if you look at this, the pace we're in, are your kids, like your kids and your kids' kids, are going to outsmart all of us now because they're learning about octagons. So, and pre-K, okay? Like, I didn't know the word Pentagon. When somebody told me, like, hey, all right, draw a Pentagon, I'm trying to draw a building that is in Washington, D.C. Right? Yeah, like, okay, I think you go into this door here. Like, what are you doing? You said draw the Pentagon.
Order pending.
No, buddy. That's okay, buddy. You're all right. Hey, you tried, buddy. You tried.
You tried.
I was. This is another, unfortunately, very true story. I will never forget this. I think I was in second, maybe third grade. And of course, I told you, I've always loved politics. So I knew the answer, but I was concerned that nobody else knew the answer. And it's like, okay, who's the head of state? I remember a teacher asking that, who's the head of state? I'm looking around. I'm like, this is the easy one. We'll let one of the other guys answer this one. And nobody's answered this question. So I'm like, okay, either I'm really wrong or I'm the only one that's going to be right. So I kind of raised my hand, kind of nervous about the situation, zero confidence here. And again, just a little second grader, little soda in the second grade. And teacher calls me. And I'm like, yeah, the head of state, for those who don't know, is also our commander-in-chief, who happens to be the president of the United States, which happens to be the 42nd president, Bill Clinton. And She was like, yeah, very good. I'm like, how did the people not know this? So, but no big deal. We're only in second grade, I guess.
We're only in second grade here, so
but it was just a different way of wording who's the president, and people didn't know the answer. I'm like, yeah. But then what if I was wrong? What if it was like something way different? And I'm being a jerk to people that don't know the answer while telling the wrong answer, right?
Right.
So all this is going through my head. It's a lot of pressure in second grade to be right,
Sure it is, yeah. You need to know it all. You got to be right all the time, don't you?
I didn't know it all. Only 99.9% of the stuff.
Oh, okay.
I was a cool kid back then, bro. I was a cool kid.
You were the cool kid back in the day?
Yeah, oh man, I was so humble, dude. You have no idea.
I'm sure I got a pretty good idea.
It was like, hey, anybody want to play football? And I'm talking about those who actually can play. We don't want any people who are just trying to give your best out there.
Yeah.
We want real athletes, okay? And then my teacher calls me over. She's like, you need to be more inclusive. I am, to the athletes.
Yeah. I want an athlete, oh man, I can see that completely, man. People just don't know you, but I can see that completely, 100% from you. I'm trying to be inclusive. All the athletes can play.
I was like, why do I want to pick non-athletes to be on my team? They can go to the other team. That's cool. Not on my team, buddy. So, no, it's always bad when the pastor calls you over. This is unfortunately another true story. We're picking teams for volleyball. Okay, now, last time I checked, the point of playing any game is to win, right? So why would I be picking people that would not lead us to the goal of winning, right? So that's just me thinking. Now, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I'm right in the sense that we're going to win if I pick the best players. That's the way things work. So I'm picking those people. Well, unfortunately, some people felt not included because I never picked them. So they go tell the pastor, like, hey, Chris never picked me on his team. So he comes and says, hey, what's going on? So I'm like, no, nothing's going on. So you're telling me if you're an NFL owner, you're going to go pick some other player that is not going to bring the team up? Well, no, but it's not like that. Well, what is it like? So it's okay to lose? You want to lose? You go to the other team. You want to lose? Anyways, apparently we have to be inclusive.
Yeah, there's Soto for you right there. I mean, you kind of caught in the hard spot, but I got you, man. I'm with you.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Now, one day I have kids. He's like the most unathletic guy. I'm like, hey, buddy, hey, it's okay, buddy. Art is cool, man. I mean, drawing is awesome. This is fun. Yeah. Dad, I'm like, hey, son, let's go play catch. Can we just go play catch with the paint? We can paint a tree. I'm like, okay, it's over.
Yep.
I'll be happy.
Yeah, you would be. It wouldn't matter. You'd be a little disappointed, but it's all about what your kid likes. Because I got kids. My oldest daughter is very artistic, and she loves art. I mean, she tried sports for a little while, and she's actually a good athlete, but she just doesn't want to play sports, but she likes music and she likes art. She's very artistically talented, and so I just try to support her in that. But my boys they're all very athletic and they like to play sports, so I tend to do a lot with them as well. But I don't want to push either way.
Right.
Well, I'm in this trade at 1575 short, so.
Wait, you go short 1575.
Yeah, I went. If you look at my screen, man. Look at the YouTube screen. You see I've drawn a head and shoulders pattern there.
Sure did.
I'm looking for a break deep. So I'm not really. I got my price target way out. I've just now locked in a quarter of a point, but I'm expecting this to break. If this breaks its head and shoulders pattern, then it's going to be a good downside move, So
Good.
Kind of letting it run. I've got a couple $100 in the profit, but I'm not messing with it. I'm gonna just kind of let it run here, and hopefully it breaks through here
Yep.
and closes below this this neckline is what it's called. Um, if it breaks through that neck, well, it closed below that neckline, so I need it to reject right here and continue to go down. And if it does that, then it's a confirmed head and shoulders. But we'll kind of watch it and see. But I've only locked in a tick, and I'm just going to try to catch a runner. I've been trying to catch it for a while, so no reason to stop now. So I'm going to go ahead and let it catch. Hopefully I can catch this good 5, 6, 8, 10 point move down. So we'll see if it wants to give it to me. So
Very good. Yeah. That's hopefully it breaks down here.
yeah, I hope it breaks down and gets on going. So, but like I said, it needs
Target filled.
I got my first point off here, so that was good.
That's
3
good. That's
points.
a really good sign right here.
Yeah, so we'll just kind of let the second one run here and see if it can get some legs. I'm not going to move it right now. I want it to get some legs and go short. I need it to break the base. It broke the neckline here at 1020. It broke that neckline to the short side, but I need it to close below there. And then the second hurdle is the neckline, the first shoulder the first shoulder line at 935. I needed to break that. If it breaks those two, I suspect it to kind of make its way down for a while. Okay, so that's kind of my real-time analysis. Where it works or not, I don't know, but
Yeah, that's pretty intense drawing here. I'm looking at this. That's kind of scary. It's just it's sketchy because it's different, right? I haven't seen that before.
yeah. Well, so what I'll do is I'll kind of label it out for you here. So this left shoulder here, or this left circle. You see that left circle? It's about to be put on here in a second here. It's a little bit delayed here, so let me.
Yeah, it's delayed. Sorry. Yeah.
Here it should be. I should be drawing it now. You see it being drawn now.
I'm seeing you selecting your drawing tool, and you're drawing it now. Yes, okay. I see the circle. Yep.
That's considered left shoulder. All right.
Okay.
And I'm going to go back and draw the head.
And I think I kind of see it. So it's so you got the shoulders kind of like up, like like a football player's shoulders kind of thing. I guess that's put it. Yeah. Okay. I see the shoulders, and I see what the neck would be, right? What the head would be, I guess.
Yeah. That's kind of it right there. So in the common deal is on this right shoulder. I'm watching it draw right here, so give it a fit. I just drew the right shoulder there, okay? So what you want to do is the break of that low right there that creates that shoulder right there, that's kind of where your neckline is connected.
Right.
That's considered a neckline. Technically, when that breaks down through that as a traditional head and shoulders pattern, when that breaks through that, it usually breaks hard and runs pretty good. For a pretty good drop. And then it will come back in usually, and it will retrace back into that same area that it's in right now and reject off of it again to go short. So what we'll kind of watch here is just kind of let it play out and see if it wants to do that. If it wants to go short here, then if we don't catch it on that short move here, because technically you can take a trade right here where that trend line has been broken, at 1040. Okay, see how it closed below that little trend line?
1040, I'm looking at. 1040. Yes. So the neckline is, just to be clear, the neckline is, let's say the wick low of the 1020 candle.
That's correct.
Right?
That's correct. Yeah. So what we're looking for though is we're looking for it to break at the 1040, which it did, break below that extended line of the neck. Okay. Once it closes below that, we can actually get in a position from there, knowing it's going to go back up and reject off that little line there and come down. So that's our first entry into that. If you didn't catch it up there at the high where I caught it, that would be an entry. But then what we expect to happen is price to come on down here below the bottom of this drawn box I've got. If it can get down below that, I would look for a zone trade. Back up into this area, and my zone actually I would draw is actually the wick of this 920 candle. Kind of see that?
I do. I think making
That would be if this continues to break down, it's going to retrace back into that area, and it will be an opportunity to reshort there for our second entry if you miss the first one here. So that's the reason I'm not going to move I'm not going to be aggressive and move my position. I'm going to wait for that to all take place, and I can add another position. I might actually, if this can break down a little bit further, I actually might add another position into that zone.
To go short. Yeah. To go right around the 1325 area.
Yeah, I'll wait for price to break down through that though, and get clear of all this sideways action, and then let it retrace back up into that sideways action, and that would be the area I would go short.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that would be a good area. It depends on how price moves down. If it would move down very, very strong and quickly, I would actually just use the inside candle that we have already drawn up for the box at 845. The blue one that I've gotten drawn up there, I'd actually use that for the second opportunity to get back in. But I need price to move down pretty hard and fast to do that.
Okay.
So we'll just watch it, man. We'll just let it. I mean, we're going to go past our time a little bit probably, but I'll just let it. We'll just watch it and see what it does.
Yeah, I can always move my workout a little later in the day. No big deal.
Yeah, I'll have to move it just a little bit.
I'm doing upper and lower body today. No big deal.
Oh yeah, all right, that's good.
I am actually doing some, some weight-free. Well, I shouldn't say weight-free. Because my body's literally carrying 300 pounds. Okay?
There you go.
I think when my legs just hurt that they got offended. You wait a second, buddy. You just say weight free. We haven't felt weight free in a long time.
Yeah, I'm sure they're arguing you on that point.
Yeah. So let me rephrase that. I'm not doing anything with any additional outside external weight. But yeah, I'm just doing lunges, which I absolutely abhor. Squats. I love squats. I don't know. Maybe I just need to do squats because I love squats. Squats are fun. Yeah.
I like squats, huh?
Man, squats are great. It's just so natural. Lunges is the most unnatural thing I've ever done in my life. Like, I don't know who came up with this thing, but I'm not a fan. Or like who came up with the push-up? Like, who was sitting there and it's supposed to be like, oh, I'm laying here, so what if I get up, but then get down again, and then get up again? Hey, we got a workout here, boys. No, that's not good. Bad. It just want to break this area. It's having a hard time breaking it.
It's having a hard time. So something's got to give here, and something will give eventually. So let's just see. I might just get another tick out of this second position, but I got my first position. I got 3 off of it, so we'll just kind of watch it.
So I was in a trade already to go long. That was before you told me about the clavicle or collarbone or neckline, you call it here. Like, yeah. So what you don't want to do is definitely don't want to put a trade here to go on the long. Oh, crap. Yeah, so I was in at 12.75.
Did you get a point?
Yeah, I got a point. And,
okay. Good.
So I'm done with that, but that was after the fact that you told me that, yeah, we're expecting this to break this thing and go short. So now I'm kind of, so I'm glad I got a point, but now I'm kind of, which was good, because, and again, I was trading out of, that was not just a random trade. I was using my 845 candle.
Good.
That's been, at the open it went all the way to the bottom. So even though I guess that's considered triggered, I look at it as I think there's some money in between, and that's what I went for, right there at the 12.75. So I got picked up at 10.45, and I'm out of the trade already. So Let's see here. So now I'm kind of thinking, okay, well, if we think this is going to go short, it's come back, should I not trade out of this zone again to go long? Or should I go a little deeper here to go long? Or maybe they just,
It's up to you. I mean, based on the pattern, I wouldn't personally do it because technically it's supposed to just drop here. So I don't know. It's not doing much what we want it to do today. It's not acting like it normally would right now. So I don't know. I can't tell you one way or the other.
Yeah.
So I just know I'm staying where I'm at. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't know, man. I can't tell you. The price is doing what it wants to do. So I would assume it would reject out of all this sideways action that it's pushing it up against. I wouldn't think it would push through that, but because there's a lot of sideways action going on right here, and it's
Absolutely, yeah.
a lot of bumps into that 14 even. There's a lot of
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you for the radiology response there, typical radiologist.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can rule out there's clearly a tumor there, right? Clearly, I mean, you can't miss a tumor. Yeah, can rule out the fact that, what do you mean can't rule out? I mean, it's just name it. Just tell me what it is. Well, I mean, I can't say that for sure. Like, okay, so you're here just to kind of, well, I mean, it could be a tumor, but it could also not be a tumor. It could be nothing. It could be everything. Hey, I'm like, okay, way to cover yourself, buddy.
Yeah,
Now,
that's kind of how I feel right here today. I mean, because nothing's happening. But I do have a head and shoulders pattern drawn. That is playing itself out. It would just usually happen quicker right here, but it's playing itself out. So I would have to have a bias to the short side.
right.
I wouldn't be taking long. So let me just say that then. How about that?
Yeah. Maybe I need to do the opposite so it'll work
That's
out.
right. Just do the opposite. Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna take
One of us is going to be right. That's the good thing
right.
about it.
One of us,
will be
yeah.
right.
It's gonna be right. The market's like, yeah, right. Here it is.
Oh, you gotta love it, man.
We're gonna. I enjoy doing this, and it's gonna be so much great when we get the other people involved there. And one day, hopefully, my friend, my good friend Steven. Steven's gonna be like the most conservative guy in this, So there's your run. There it is.
No, it's not running yet. It's gonna have to really push.
But you're in the profit. How many points in the profit are you there?
Oh, well, I got in at 1550, so I'm just 3 points right now.
Okay.
But I'm just leaving it at I'm just only one tick in the profit right now.
Okay.
But
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm saying not locked in, but I'm talking about how many points you're in the run. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
It's good. I love trading with Mitchell because he secretly is going against you. He's like, yeah, I hope this thing boxes it. Learn a lesson here. I'm like, what?
Yeah, he's definitely our how can we explain Mitchell? He's our he's definitely more conservative, but at the same time he's very competitive and and he wants to, which is good. I mean, I like it a lot, but he wants to win, which is good.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's your expense.
Right. It's like, yeah, I know this is gonna cost you to lose, but I really hope this comes down against me. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're not in the trade, so it's okay if you don't answer the trade. I'm in the trade.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I love it though, man. It makes it fun. Y'all two going back and forth. I like it. It's like two little brothers going at it.
Yeah, we have fun.
I think it'd be good though, yeah, when bring more people on and just have the everybody talking. It'd be cool.
Yeah. You ever played? You're a little older than me, so you maybe didn't play this, but you those kind of, I guess, are first-person shooting games. like I'm trying to think of one, like Ghost Recon or
Oh yeah, I've actually played Ghost Recon. My wife and I, when we were younger.
Stop.
No,
Really?
no, Rachel and I would sit up and we went through the whole game, a couple times. We'd play all the way through it, and then it was fun.
That's so cool. See, okay, so I need to be clear on this. You have a great wife. She's so
I do have a
she's
phenomenal
awesome.
wife.
She's
Yeah.
funny. She's so much better than you. That makes
She
me
is.
question.
It is.
That's the only thing that makes me question is, hey, great person you are, but hey, what's your decision-making skills here? Like, how did you end up with this guy? No, listen,
I agree with
BK,
you,
you're-
100%.
BK, you're a great guy, buddy. You're a great
I
guy.
appreciate it. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
made me a better guy. I can tell you that.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's definitely cool. So that's even cooler. She plays video games. Not too many people
She
do.
doesn't really do that anymore. It was just kind of one of those things. It was just before the kids came along. It was just me and her, and
Right.
we would get a pizza and just sit up and we would say, "Hey," we kind of got in because she loves that kind of stuff, man. She loves
Yeah.
She loves all those kind of shows. It was big when Alias, the old TV show Alias, was big.
Yeah.
And La Femme Nikita, all that good. The original La Femme Nikita. So she just loves that stuff, and that kind of game was that kind of whole the Siphon Filter game and Recon, Ghost Recon, all that was kind of fun. So she loved it.
Awesome. Yeah. I
We
love
started
I
the
love
Siphon Filter actually, but
Yeah.
it's fun stuff. So she liked doing that. So it was cool, man. We'd get a pizza and just sit there on our couch and play for an hour.
Right. That's cool, man.
Yeah, those
I think
days
that's
are long gone.
yeah. Doug, I don't know if I told you that, but Doug, you met Doug. His mom is a gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, hi, Miss Kaiser, how are you doing? And she was like, yeah, you play Ghost Recon too? I'm like, what? You're cool. So yeah, she's pretty hardcore gamer. So I'm not technically a gamer, right? Because
Yeah.
I don't play games, but I enjoy those, certain games like Ghost Recon or Modern Warfare, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that would be the most appropriate term.
Yeah.
True gamer,
Yeah.
I guess. And so.
No, I'm with you. I'm not a gamer either, but every once in a while I like to play some of that kind of stuff. But Siphon Filter was kind of our Ghost Recon, I guess you could say, back in the day, and it was a lot of snipe shooting, and you'd sneak up on people, shoot from long range, that kind of stuff. It was just fun, man. And it was a little more intense back in the day, it seemed like.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be a gamer either, by any means.
Right. By definition, I'm really not anything, right? Because I'm not committed to any one thing. Like I watch football, but hey, oh man, you're not a real Florida Gator fan. Name 5 players right now, and name who won the last 10. Okay, listen, buddy, listen. I don't know any players right now. I can't name one. I think the quarterback's Frankly, something. I don't know. I don't follow players unless it's the greatest of the greatest. Mark Brunell, obviously. Steve Young.
I like
Drew,
Steve Young. Yeah.
Steve Young, Drew Bledsoe,
Hey, you got some
Dan Marino, John Elway. We're talking about the best of the best here. Yes, I can name those. Brett Favre. I can name those. But unfortunately, and I think it's also a learning disorder I have, but I cannot remember names. Like I've watched 10 times all the episodes of The Office, and I don't think I can name more than 2 people in The Office, the show The Office. So, like, there's Jim and there's Michael Scott, and the right shirt. That's it. 3 people.
You
Boom.
can name Pam, his girl.
Pam. That's right, Pam. I forgot Pam.
But
Yes.
after that, I don't remember any of them either.
That's it.
My son.
And
watches
Oscar.
it.
Oscar. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
anyways, it's fun.
That's all right. I'm the same way though. I'm
Yeah.
not the best at names either.
But see, it's because you're normal. It's because you're like me. You're cool. You're a great guy.
Oh, okay, is that it?
Yeah, but see, now, let me tell you who's not cool. It's Mick. Okay, Mick is like, he watches the show for like 10 seconds and he already knows all the cast. He's like, yeah, so what do you think about Rachel? I'm like, what? This is Rachel. The main character? Steven. Steven. He's like, how do you keep up with this stuff? I'm like, I don't. I just know kind of who they're talking about in general. And I go, and okay, by the way, I just got my point, and I'm trailing right now.
Oh, so you bucking the system big time.
Dude, I can't. I told you, man, I was gonna help you by doing the opposite, but I got my point. I'm trailing here.
Okay.
And let's see what happens.
Stop it, he said.
Do what?
I heard you say stop it.
Stop it, yeah.
There you go.
All right, well, I just got my point. And,
That's all right, good job. You got a point, yeah.
When I'm a tick, yeah. Well, hasn't been, we haven't been here all day except the one time, right?
Right.
And I just feel like before they break through it, I really felt like they're going to respect somewhere here in the middle. So I went in at 12 flat, 30, 12 flat there, and got my point in a tick.
Okay, good job.
Sorry, rather, point and 2 ticks. I moved it up an additional, I moved it up a little bit because it was coming down, so I moved it in.
Gotcha.
So I got a point and a half there, so that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
So maybe here's going to break through it. Have a little.
Yeah, it's just not doing anything quickly today.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. I really think it's gonna break here. I mean, look at the pattern here. You know, you got the money at the top. It's getting the money in the middle. It's maybe there's some money at the bottom. But maybe you already got it at 1035, unless there's any money there. I think here we're gonna see a breakthrough, and if it does, man, you're in it for good because I don't see this coming back up. You know, if it breaks through it, it's gonna be difficult breaking through that again. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't know if I'm saying anything that makes sense or it's correct. This is my theory, you know.
Yeah,
So,
I hear you. Just your theory.
which, by the way, you can join me on Saturdays at 10 a.m. on Soto's Theory on live.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Yeah. Just feel free to follow.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, I just need to do something so I can kind of go. I got things to do.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it needs to break through that. I could put another trade here to go long, and maybe it'll kick me out. Help you out here as much as I can.
Yeah, well, don't do it.
Nah. Let's see. Take it up.
I technically could tighten up my stop right here, but based on the 1050 inside candle, but I might do that if it breaks the low here. I might consider doing that, but just to lock in another point. But I'd like it to get some legs one way or the other. Just go.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, if we weren't on the channel, I would just walk away at this point and go do what I gotta go do.
Leave the trade open?
Well, yeah, since I've got my positions locked and I got profit target and my stop loss is locked, I mean, I would actually just walk away at this point and go do the things I gotta get done, knowing that worst case I make a tick, but let it hopefully go to my profit target.
Right.
That's what I would do, but I'm not gonna since we got the channel going. I'm gonna kind of let it play itself out. On the channel here.
You got how many? If you were to close out right now, how many points would that be for you? I'm trying to.
I'm sorry.
I can't see clearly your mark there.
Okay.
So if you were to close out right now, how many points would that be? Would you lock
It'd
in?
just be if I closed that right this second, it'd be 3 points even because I got in at 1575.
Okay.
So we're at 1275, so it'd be 3 points.
Okay, so that'll be matching what I did today, right? Because I got those 3-point run today when I locked it in. So, all right. So you would not be beating my performance today. So, but it's all right.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. Yeah. Dude, I want to see this go like 20 points. That's it. I will lose it.
Oh, you'd hate you didn't get in on that runner, huh?
Oh no! I mean, I will lose it. I'll be so happy for you. No, I didn't get in. Where did you get in on that? Were you at 15? Where? Yeah, where was that at?
I got 15 and I'm at 15.75, 15 and 3/4.
Okay, I would have. Yeah, I think I could. Okay, yeah. I don't know if I would have entered there. I don't know. Yeah, I think I just missed it 100%.
Yeah. I got in on that one just because of the pattern. You know, I actually had my original order at 30.17, and I missed it by 1 tick, and it went up to 13. It went up to 17.25, but I got in late, but that's where I was trying to get in at because I saw that pattern happening, and I was willing to take the trade and to take the risk, and I just didn't get it. So this was the next best opportunity I saw where a price would back up and reject from. Which it did. It took me right at. I mean, it took me in. I must have been the first, one of the early orders in there because it got me right at 15.75, right where price got to.
Sweet. Yeah. This is interesting.
Yeah, it's just not going anywhere quickly.
Yeah. Well, maybe for you, but yeah, I'm in a trade and I'm about to get my points.
Why are you in a trade here?
To go long.
I know. Where'd you get in at 12?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
12 even?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, come on.
Yeah. So close. See the with my. There it is.
That should be it right there.
Yep. Now I'm trailing it.
Good job.
Yeah. You know, that's what I do.
Now, why did you get in there? Tell me why you got in there.
Well, again, just look at the now. You know, again, based on we got a very strong demand zone, I believe, or demand, or what do you call it?
Yes.
Demand / support. You know, and again, it's just, man, it's going touching. So I may lock this. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna run. So I maybe need to lock this points in here. I want to lock it a little more. Yeah, I just got out of it. So I just made 2 points there. So yeah. Just like I said, I'm not. This is not going to go 20 points up. Watch it shoot up. Oh, I will lose it. But you know, I got I got a couple $100 net profit. So
man, you went from being negative to plus a couple. Good.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's what I do, man. You know me, bro.
That's just what you do, huh?
But again, was it a higher risk trade? Absolutely, right? Just because it's been triggered multiple times.
Right.
But I saw it as a win-win. You know, if I'm wrong, then you win, and that's good. So that's really, I'm honest. I'm 100% on that. I was like, hey, it's gonna be good this either way, right?
Right.
So of course now this is running unbelievably. I've been able. Oh my gosh. So record number. This goes up 40 points. I would never talk to them. Oh my gosh. Just there it is. Look at that. Now I'm looking for a potential trade on the downside here.
Yeah, I got to order at 14 even to go back short again.
You're at 14.
Yeah.
I can move my trade. Where is it at? There we go. And let's see if it picks me up. It's not picking me up. Not picking me up.
Order filled.
Yep, pick me up. So I'm in the trade now.
You're in now? Okay.
Yep. Now I'm ready to run this with you for 20 points down, bro. Let's go.
Let's go.
All Let's go, buddy.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'd like to see that thing run to the downside now.
Yeah. Of course, now it's gonna go up with the numbers.
Yeah, it's gonna rally long
You the
now.
trade?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I'm a little bit different here. See, so my price averaged in. So my original price went to 15 even, and,
Yep.
and then my stops are at 15 and a half because it's averaging everything in. So yeah.
So you're trying to say that there's no way for you to lose, and I'm screwed. That's kind of
That's not what I'm saying at all. No, that's not what I'm saying
yeah.
at all.
That's what I've never taken that. If I didn't already have 5 points locked in, well, I would. That's kind of what I'm saying.
No, not what I'm saying.
I'm kidding, buddy.
I'd like for it to come on down. I don't like it staying
Yeah.
so long.
Volume. I mean, this is just volume today has not been a good indicator.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't been good today for us.
That's not been good for us. But again, like I said, did you not like that I traded at the there out of the 8:45 zone?
No, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with it. No, I just think I'm glad you said it was more high risk. So you realize that.
Oh yeah.
But I don't have a
Yeah,
problem,
oh,
especially
yeah.
especially out of the first push out of there, or the second, technically the second push, but the third and fourth one or whatever, the third one, fourth one, as long as you admit that there was a higher risk, then it's fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely knew that. Despite popular belief, I always take calculated. I know the risk going into any scenario. So, like playing against you in football, I know that my chances are pretty darn good. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there you go. They are. They are. Good job.
I'm kidding. But yeah, no, I just like I said, I got 3 points out of that area. So.
Right.
Or 3 trades out of that area. Actually, I got more than 3 points out of that area. But I knew that, that especially that third one was the highest risk of all, which actually gave us the strongest push out.
I'd like to see some rejection at this area. If we don't, then I don't think it's a good sign.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. You got news at 11:20, but
They may be going to that. I hope they don't. But the 10:30 zone.
huh? Say it again.
Sorry, no, the 10:30. I think that's potentially a good.
Yeah, it's a good area of rejection, but yeah.
Yeah, the supply area. Hopefully here it'll turn around. There it is. That's
You're
out.
in at 14 even, right?
Let me see here. Yep, 14 even. I need to be faster at calling those numbers out. I'm like, let me
This
double
is good.
check.
This is what I wanted to see, though. I wanted to see this wick up top on this candle. That's a good sign.
Yeah, that
If
is
we get that wick, stay
Yeah.
there and price can come down. That's what I like to see. I'd like to see this close down. We have a good sign here.
Yeah. Well, I love Mitchell. He freaks out so bad. Like, come on, buddy. Come on, man. Get that on there. Like, I take it easy, buddy. Like, you're not going to live very long like this. It's so entertaining. I love it.
Yeah, you can't be too uptight about this stuff because you're gonna be wrong a lot, man. So.
Not a lot. Just we're going to be right more than we're going to be wrong, but we are going to be wrong, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I think that mentality is what's really helped me. Whether in this case it's good,
You
right?
just got your point, right?
Yeah, I got my point. Yeah, sorry.
You did get it?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, sorry. Are you also got your? Oh no, you're doing the bigger run, right? So you're not
I'm
getting.
still trailing, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, guess who's also trailing? What up?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, buddy. Okay, come on, buddy. Don't. Dude, if this goes like 40 points down, bro, oh my gosh. Just,
You're gonna be on the high, aren't you?
yeah. I may go run just for fun. Which, by the way, I would never said those words out loud.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, I'm gonna be taken out here. I never understood that. Hey, I'm gonna go for a run. Are you running for something? What's going on?
Yeah. There's a lot of people love doing it. I'm just definitely not one of them.
No. I see it as a punishment.
That's punishment. There you go.
Well, I got my point in a tick.
That's good.
Yeah,
You nailed it. You're knocking it out there.
Yeah, buddy.
Good job. Goodness.
I gotta make up for Mitch not being here. I gotta make his point, Mitchell's point, and my point.
There you go. You gotta do both. You're a good guy.
I have responsibility.
You do have a lot of responsibility, so a lot of responsibility you have.
By the way, I have not trailed anything. I need to really work on my trailing skills. So, I need to just switch to just get my 2 points and done because I've been leaving a lot of money on the table. No, I'm
There you go.
alright.
That's the typical response right there.
No, I'm alright. I just need
that money
to.
you left on the table.
I've probably left millions on the table. Not here. I'm talking about other places. No, it's alright. I just need to work on that. It's just a new skill I need to improve on. That's all I need to do.
Well, it's just all that is patience. Because you realize and understand some days they're not. You're just not going to get it all the time. You're gonna get it less. You're gonna get ticked out more than you'll ever catch runners. But
Right.
but you just have to be. I mean, it's just something you got to say. I'm going to hold out for running no matter what. I'm just going to be taking point and tick every time until I get my runner.
Right.
That's just That's just something to mentally, condition yourself to.
Yeah.
Like I said, once you do it a couple times, it'll be a lot easier to wait for that run.
Absolutely, yeah. And I'm sticking to it. I'm not gonna. I was joking about changing my ATM strategy. So.
Are you sure?
Yeah, son of a. Here it is. That's when it off. I knew it.
So I'm up 433, 500.
Oh, there it is. Yes! Good job, buddy. Keep going. Yes, buddy. Lock those things in, bro. Do something. I don't know. You know what to do.
Do I know what to do? Do I know what to do? I'm just going to lock in just above this one. I'm only going to lock in a tick.
Oh, my
All
gosh.
three positions.
All right. Dude, that's okay. So now this is game changing right here. Okay, of course I'm not in the trade, just for the record. I was kicked out. But no, I'm happy for you. See, I'm like other people. I'm happy for you. Okay, I cheer for my friends. So
We still needed to break this low over here.
where
At
the
835. It's got to break that 835
Yep,
low.
835. Yep, I was just
So
looking.
it could easily bounce right out of this and go back long, but.
Yeah, well, that kind of attitude, yeah, it will. Yeah, it's gonna come right to us, and we're all gonna get a kick out of this. No. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. So.
Yeah, no, this is good, but that's huge. It broke through our
Yeah.
845 sound, so that's real good.
It's really good, yeah.
All right, man, this is good. So now I'm looking to go short. If it comes back up, I'll maybe look to go short here. Around the 1400s, or not 1400s, what is that, 13.75, somewhere around there.
Good look to go short there.
Yeah, well, potentially. I'm kind of looking here. I think it'll be real good to maybe go 13.5. Then you got a lot of resistance there. I'm really hoping this breaks through. If this breaks through, then we may be able to just flip our old good old Sona 845
That's
and
kind of
go
what I'm counting on. Yeah, I agree with that. If it breaks through that low bottom there, I would think you just flip the zone here.
Yep. See what it does here. That's huge. I broke though. That's huge. I may take a trade here. One, two. Maybe we'll do that. And I'm only doing this again. I'm way up for the week. Unbelievably high, like record numbers. People are calling me constantly, like, "Dude, how do you do it?" I'm like, "Man, there's only so much you can share, you know."
So that's where I didn't get in. After I would have got in right there. I was taking the trade. I'd have been in at 12 and a half, 12 and a quarter there.
Yep. There we go.
You in there? You in there?
Yeah. Yeah. Pick me up.
Yeah, 12 and a quarter? Or 12? Hello. Oh, Soto, did you mute your phone, man? What happened?
Oh yeah, man. Sorry, I was talking the whole time.
I was like, what happened? I lost you.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Ooh, close.
I don't like that kind of a jump like that. Why did it do that?
It's the news. What time is the news?
11:20. That was it. Yeah, that's the little news here. So let's see what it says. Oh, that's the FOMC member Rosengren speaking. So that could be all kind of crap. The stance of a monetary policy is accommodative. Okay. Yeah, so if there's any kind of news reaction, it could go long or really go short here. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But you're in at 12 and a quarter?
12 flat.
12 flat. Okay. All right. So you're getting nervous right now, aren't you?
Let me tell you something, man. There's no emotions at this time.
Good for you. Good answer. No,
I'm in it to win it or lose it, lose it.
In it to win it, he says.
Mighty close, everybody. I'm going to have to mute this for like 10 seconds. I'm kidding.
Go breaking anything, man.
No, I'm kidding. Dude, it's all based on stats, right? Just, I mean, look at this week. I've done so great.
Yeah, you're up a lot, man, for this week.
And like I said, now, obviously, if I was, just on my goal target of 3 points, I would have never taken this trade, right? So, and then by the way, I just got to take it out. No big deal.
Yeah, no biggie.
Yeah, they may be going up. I'm having a full golf in here.
That's resistance right there.
Yeah, very good resistance right there.
Yeah, I'm committed to catch this runner, even though I've given up. I was up by 600 bucks one time, so
yeah,
I'm only up 261 right now. But I'm committed to try to catch this runner. So if it comes and backs against me, then I'll just get a tick out of it with 3 contracts. But That's all right, but I'm gonna wait for it to run.
Yeah.
A lot of people might not understand that, but and that's okay. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
that's the
And
method I chose to do, and I'm not gonna run. I know how price needs to have breathe time. It needs to have room to breathe, and I know that, and I'm willing to not be emotional about the profits. Being up or down. That's not what drives my trades. So.
right.
If I was wanting to make $500 a day, and that's it, then I would have already taken the trade, but
Right.
off the table. But that's not how I trade. So.
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, I think you said like you said, you committed to the cause. So win or lose, or in this case, you're not going to lose. You just not.
Yeah, I just might not get the big win, but I'm not going to lose.
Right.
Because I already had one position lock in 3 points off of this deal, and so worst case, I make 3 and 3/4 points, off of this trade right here. If it would have come all the way back and took me out, so not a big deal.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of something President Bush said in his book, Decision Points. And he said, and I'm going to read it here, at that point in my life, I was not looking for a career. I viewed my first decade after college as a time to explore. I didn't want anchors to hold me down. If something caught my attention, I would try. If not, I would move on. And that's what we do here, buddy. We're moving on. Oh, just made another point. Catch food.
Oh, did you go short again?
Heck yeah, buddy. Red tag.
Oh, I love it.
So,
That was a good entry right there. That was a good entry right there.
Yeah, I got in at, gosh, where's that? 13 flat.
It's got to be. I was gonna say you had to probably be 13 flat. So
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know why I'm so slow to get. I don't want to touch the wrong price. I want to confirm, but I'm always there's like so many numbers I'm looking at. It's like the least attractive number, which is the beige color, that does not draw any attention because you got black, you got red, and then you got this beige kind of blends in, so it's kind of hard for me to find it. But yeah, 13 flat.
Oh, okay. I guess I just know where I'm putting my position at.
Listen, bro. See, I go by numbers. I go by my feeling, bro.
You're a feel good trader, huh?
No, but something I learned from President Bush was, you make a decision, you stick with it. Okay, you decide to go there and you stick with it, good or bad. You make a decision. So, you can't let other people influence you. You can start second questioning yourself.
I hear you.
Sir, you're heading straight to the waterfall. Now, guys, we're heading this direction. I'll turn around now. Okay, I got a point. I'm not gonna lock this. Okay, I'm not gonna lock it.
Catch a runner.
I'm gonna try, which I have been. There it is. Oh my gosh, I gotta lock this.
You better not. You better not, man. Let it run, dude.
Let it run, dude. I have not locked anything in all day. You think I'm gonna start now?
Well, I don't know. You had yourself pretty good convinced earlier that you were giving up all this money because you weren't locking in 2 points at a time.
Oh, I'm joking. I'm kidding, bro. I have to say that.
I don't think you're kidding.
No, seriously, no. I mean, it's true. I did leave money on the table, technically, but I'm willing to do that for a higher return, right?
Okay.
So, and I'm not losing money. So I can't look at it that way. I'm still locking my one ticket after my point profit. So I'm willing to do that. Sorry, I joke around a lot. You should know that.
I do know that.
I don't have regrets, bro. If I do, I will let you know. But in the sense of, in this case, I'm making an educated, calculated decision.
Okay. So how many points you up right now?
1.5.
On this trade, 1.5.
Yeah, like if I was to close it out.
Yeah, you 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5. I'm at 1.5 right now.
Okay. Your palms starting to get sweaty.
Dude, I've had people's lives in my hands, okay? Now, I didn't say I was successful at it, but once you get past that, really, everything else doesn't really matter.
I get you. I like that.
No, the first time I had to cut someone, dude, that I was nervous, bro. I was,
I'm sure you are, yeah.
dude. You know, if you screw up at this point, it's not like, oh, my bad. It's like,
Yeah.
oops, I think that's really helped me in life as a well, not just that, but I think losing my best friend in high school really brought perspective to what really matters. And one of my things in life is one of my mottos, I guess, is said, if it doesn't matter forever, it really doesn't matter. And what that means is ultimately what really matters is our afterlife, right? So our relationships with people. So, at the end of the day, yeah, would I rather be in a more comfortable scenario? Sure. But that's not what defines me or makes me, right? So I can adjust a scenario, and I've learned to do that quite well.
Yeah, good. I like that. That's very mature. Very good.
Now I joke around a lot, and my mom hates it so much
That's
because she I think there's nothing she hates more than me joking around, but it's just my personality, and I can't change it.
no, you shouldn't, man. I think that's great. That's who you are. You know, you don't change that, man. Don't change that.
And I mean, I can be serious, obviously, you know that, but
Yeah.
and inappropriate at times. But when I'm between friends, I can say a joke that may be inappropriate in the area, but between friends, it's still funny, right?
Right.
So, and I think she just doesn't get that, and that's okay. Moms,
I
I want you to be perfect. I was perfect. Who else has gone to college for 8 years?
I know.
I mean, it's
Come
good.
on,
And
jeez. What else you need, man?
hey, only 2% of the people in the world go to college, okay? And I did college like twice, so that's like really good. See, she would hate that comment, by the way.
Oh, I'm sure she would. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not even true, right? I graduated in 4.5, 4 years in a semester. So with a double major, by the way. So, yeah. But she doesn't look at that.
Double major too.
Yeah. Well, one was difficult, the other one was really not so challenging.
What was the other one?
Political
Political
science.
science. That's right. Yeah.
Oh man, that is. If you can BS, you can get an A, bro.
You're good at that. I know.
Dude,
I'm sure everybody knows that. Listen to our channel now knows that too.
Yeah. But and all good fun, right?
All good fun. Yeah.
One of the things I like about you, BK, and you and Mitch, really, and I'm sure Mitch, I don't know yet about Mitch, but we don't like to make fun of people, get jokes out of put people down. That's something that I never enjoyed, and I know a lot of people do that, but we get our fun not out of somebody else's expense. Now politicians, for me, it's an open game, but that's why I like Stephen Colbert. But I know one of the reasons Mitch doesn't like Stephen Colbert is because he makes fun of all the people. But I think in the public sector, I think that's okay, and it's all good fun, and the way I look at it. But anyways, yeah. I think you would like him if we just give him a chance,
Yeah, I don't know about that.
All right, so here we have. So let me ask you this: we kind of have we're kind of between two scenarios here. It looks like we got some support there at the very bottom at 30-10, and then we got obviously the 30-10 and 30-10.75. And I think hopefully we got a little resistance up here around the 12 and a quarter. So, looks like it's going to try and push up a little here. What are you thinking, just out loud here?
Yeah, I'm thinking I need it to. Well, if you keep looking at it, it's just creating inside bar candles right here. So,
what does that mean?
Well, it's just a one engulfed candle after another.
Right. Okay. Sorry. I know what it means, but what does that tell us?
That just tells me that price is at a very, very big indecision. It's kind of creating a bearish bull flag right here. I mean, a bearish flag, but it's just a lot of indecision. That's all it means is indecision. So you just have to decide which side of you want to get on, and And then with you in your position, now I'm going to leave mine where it's at. And if it wants to break long here, then it's probably going to take me out. And I know that. But if it wants to break short, then we've got a very good chance of this thing running to the downside pretty hard. But so it's right now it's just kind of in the middle of a waiting game. You know, you keep your one tick locked in, and if it comes and gets you, it comes and gets you. But we hope it creates another inside bar candle right here, and then the next candle we hope breaks the low. You know, that's kind of what I'm hoping. You know, we got 4 seconds left in this candle, so it's going to be another inside bar candle. But we want to get a wick out of that, though. I don't like that it didn't have a wick to it. But
Yeah, I wish I had a wick there.
but I'm not scared of it yet. You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm one tick or 1 or 2 ticks away from being taken out.
I think you're probably gonna get taken out. To be honest.
Yeah, right here is probably going to be taking me out here. But who knows, buddy? Who knows? Right here,
Yeah, who knows?
the market's like, well, I know.
Yeah, exactly. The
But
market knows. I
anyway.
wish we knew, but the market definitely knows.
Yeah. So right now I'm at 1.5, and it could just be again building a rejection wave. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I really need to break that price down. It looks like it's not. So
Yeah, volume's not increasing enough, which I don't like, to the downside, you know, so that would tell me, you know, if you're not committed to letting it run, it'd be a good time to lock in a more point, you know, but if you are committed
1.75 points. Are you saying I should lock it or not?
no, I'm saying if you're not committed to the cause, then lock it in.
I
If
am,
you're committed, then
dude.
let it
If
do what
I'm
it
committed
does.
to it, I think it's this cause right
All
here.
right, well, then
No,
just let it come back and get you if that's the case.
Yeah, I'm 1.75. I was closer right now. But no, it's 2 points. 2 points. Okay, all right. 2 points.
Now your cost is going away, and you kind of thinking I'm gonna lock these points in here.
No, I'm kidding.
Not that committed.
Oh man, come on, give us one tick out of that and break that. Break it.
Yeah,
That'd be so sweet rather than break it.
it would be. I need volume increase.
No, I'm good, bro. So I know you probably don't know this about me, but I could be very committed to the cause.
Oh, I believe that about you.
Yeah. And obviously, you know, again, I'm looking at 2.5 points there, but it was nice. We got a good break there. But it's just talking out loud. But I'm like, 2.75, no big deal, no big deal. Oh my gosh.
Breathe, man, breathe.
Yeah,
Just
breathe.
son. Just breathe, man.
This is good. This is good. It's fun. I'm so glad you're here doing this. I don't know how it would be different if you weren't here. Yeah.
Oh,
We're good.
yeah, you're good.
The question is now is when would I know it's a pivot point, so it'll be a while before we can lock it in if we get a true push out of this area.
Well, if you were where I was at, you could lock in. I just locked in at 1350. I locked in because they're all inside bars there. I mean, that just shows you a lot of resistance. That's as good enough as a pivot point for me as I'm concerned. It's got if it's going to break above that, it's going long. So I'm going to go ahead. I know with all those inside bars, if we can, that's a good enough resistance area, I'm going to lock in because, like I said, if it breaks above all that in there, we're going long. You know, so I'm going to go ahead and lock it in. But where you're at 13, unfortunately, I don't think you can lock in just yet. I think you're going to have to hold it a little bit longer.
Yeah, because if I was to lock in, it would have to be, it would be so close to the price it would take me out. I would think I have to lock in around 30.10 or so, 30.10.
You would lock in at 12.75.
Oh, well, that's where I'm at right now.
Oh, I thought, okay, that's right, yeah. So you're in lock
No,
in because you got in at 13.
Yeah. I'm saying if I was to lock it in, like right now in my scenario,
I got you, yeah.
it would be so low that it would take me out. So.
Gotcha, yeah.
But now, did it break? Oh, dude, it's in the border of breaking it.
Yeah, it's right up against it. It's got to break.
That's huge.
It's got to break 30.10 for it to get some legs here.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. Let's go, buddy.
And I think it's going to break it. If it breaks it, I think it's going to reject too pretty quick and come back up and use that 1135 as a new potential down move. You know.
Okay. Yeah. when we get done, I'm gonna text Metro and be like, dude, you have no idea what we did today. I got so many points. We broke, by the way. Today, I think I've made more points than I think I've ever made. I think it's record number. So I'm sitting at 3.25 here.
That's good.
You know, for our following fans, 3.25. I wish you could see my screen. I wish you could see my screen.
Why is that?
No, I think it's just, you know.
I want to actually. I do want to actually. You do need to download all the software where you can share your own screen.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I mean, there's gonna be days I want y'all just to run this whole thing because I'm busy. I gotta do something else, and instead of the whole thing coming to a stop, you guys can run it.
Yeah.
So I want you to download the OBS. You know, have you already downloaded it?
I
You probably
just,
can now, huh?
yeah, I probably have to do it. I had some stuff that I made the video for. If you remember the YouTube video.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I still have it because I had to do some. I did some cleaning on the computer.
Yeah.
Dude, with the new RAM I installed. By the way. So I don't know if I ever told you, but I built a computer back in the day, back in 1998. This is a true story. I built my own computer, no big deal, you know. Yeah, I went to, man, by the way, I never felt so awkward. I went to, now looking back at it, there used to be, and I don't know if they still do it, but it's like the BJCC, something like that. Jacksonville, yeah, there would be like a computer show, and they'll sell computer parts, right? So I don't know if that's still a thing, but so you can buy like, you know, a motherboard and RAM from this company, yeah, all this stuff. So I was like, hey, you know, you take me here, and then they took me, and I bought the stuff, and I built this computer. So like everybody in my family was like, oh man, this guy's gonna be smart, right? So yeah, so I've never done anything after that. So I put some RAM in my laptop the other day, and man, I feel like a man, bro. I was like, yeah, I need a tool, I need a screwdriver. That's kind of manly. So I added that. I removed the previous RAM, which was only 1 gigabyte. I put the other one in, and it didn't work. So I'm like, huh, interesting. I did a little troubleshooting, no big deal, and it worked. So, oh.
Good job.
Yeah, man.
You figured out the problem. Good job.
I felt so accomplished, bro. You have no idea. I was calling my brother. You know, he's a computer software systems engineer. By the way, longest title ever in the history of title, right? Hey, so what do you do? I'm a software systems senior engineer for. I'm like, okay, so what? Anyways, oh dude, 4 point. Oh my gosh, we're in order.
You're about to go crazy, man. You're about to be beside yourself. You're not gonna know what to do here.
Dude, this is great. This is good. More than a quarter. All right.
All right, we're only a point and a half away from my target here.
Oh really? Nice. Okay. How many points is that?
Well, that would be from 15 down to 7.25. So you tough. What's that?
Oh gosh, why you do that to me? You know I can count, bro, in public. You know I can't do it. I use the fingers, I use toes, I use it all, bro.
Oh man, 7.75, man.
7 points?
Yeah, it's a little over 7.
That's it?
7.75. That's it. Yeah.
Oh man.
That's just because I shortened my target up. I mean, it could definitely go longer. I just shortened it up.
So wait, what should I do here? What do I need to do?
What do you mean? What do you need to do?
Okay, well, I'm learning because I've never done this before. Do I need to block anything in now, or do I wait? Because we haven't got a pivot point.
Where you at it? You're still at 12. You're at 12.75, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. It's at 12.75.
Okay.
So
we're good. Okay,
we're good. You're good. Are you okay with it?
Yeah. No, I just want to be sure to because I don't want this to go away, and then what happens is you're like, yeah, dude, you should have moved it to 10.5. Why didn't you move it to 10.5? What do you mean? Why I didn't move it? I didn't know. So okay, good.
Where's your target at?
I need to take a screenshot of this. Hold on. I need to take a screenshot.
Where's your target at?
Save short image. Oh, dude, the target is not even in the picture, bro.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, because I shortened mine up, so your target should be down.
Oh, mine's 29.93. It's like
okay.
Yeah,
mine was at 95 originally, so I've moved it up. You know, because of the I just moved it up because of this 2 o'clock candle. 2 o'clock in the morning. We have our price action moving, and there's
Oh yeah.
And if you look to the left of that, there's wicks right there, right?
Yeah.
20 and 2040. There's wicks there.
Uh-huh.
So I just went ahead and went short at 307 and a quarter, just to kind of go ahead and take my position if it works. But that's all I've done. So it's up to you, man. If you want to lock in, if you want to feel better about it and lock some in, you can. You could go ahead and just lock to the high here.
Where's here?
At
Sorry,
311.
311.
At 3011. Knowing though, price could definitely come back up there and take you out, but at least you've locked in a couple more points, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel
I
good
don't know.
about doing that?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I think at this point, maybe I should just let it run more.
Okay, good. That's fine. Just
Yeah.
understand that you've made that decision, so don't get upset if it starts coming all the way back on you.
No, I mean, I'm not going to get upset about me. You're the one telling me.
I'm the one telling you to lock it in. If you're going to get upset.
No,
See, my
man,
profit target's at 307, man, 25. So, because I'm pretty sure price is going to get to that point, and then I got 3 positions riding down to that area, so I'm up $1,000, on this one position, over $1,000 on this one position. So I'm just going to.
Nice. And you just made up all the.
Yeah, I just made up all my losses. That's what I'm telling you, man. It's good if you feel like it's going to run. If you can catch that runner without blowing yourself up. That's where this is really important lesson right here because of why it's so good to use a 1-point stop, man.
Right. Yeah.
We might take 3 losses, but we're not killing ourselves because we're doing 1-point stops. It's not like we're taking 3 losses at 5-point stops,
Right.
And it's a big difference. So I can get one trade like this and make up for all of it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Plus some. That's the good thing.
Big difference there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to let it ride.
Yeah, let it ride. Just let it ride. I'll be back in a minute. Just let it ride.
Yeah. Yes, if you're listening and watching still, first of all, thank you again for watching us. Where you're looking at the pictures here, you're watching BK's screen. And his screen, you can see he entered in, and he's doing a trail run, and his target is, can't quite see the numbers, but it's quite down there, I think around the 07 mark, 3007. So he's going to be able to get a good number of points out of this trade. So I myself am also trading in a trail. Right now I got about 3.5 points if I was to close right now, but I'm not. I'm expecting this to continue to drop more. And if I'm wrong, that's fine. I've made several points today, points in a couple ticks here and there, so I'm expecting this willing to wait to see this go down some more. So it's coming back our way. No big deal. So I'm expecting price and rejection around here at 10.75, maybe around 11 to go on the downside again. So it's breathing a little here before it continues to push down. It's my when I'm thinking out loud here, and hopefully it'll continue to push down. So I'm not locking any points in myself. BK has locked in some good points already, but that's because he started his ride way above mine. I got in at 30.13, so and I got my tick stop 12.75. And so again, I'm expecting this to continue to go bear, and hopefully it does. And we'll get some a good run, my first run, official first run. So I think the max I've ever locked in was 3 points, which would be where if I was to close it right now, right at 3 points, 3.25. If I was to lock it in right now, which I'm not. And then I think it went all the way to like 4.25 or so. So it's done pretty good on this run. And I'm expecting this to continue to go down. I got a trade zone around the 30.05 mark. I wonder where that's from. Let's see here. That might be from several days ago here. And technically it's already triggered, but I expected maybe around there.
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah, but I was kind of explaining the scenario. I have a zone at from 3004 to 3005 point and a quarter. And I think it's from some days ago, and it was triggered at one time at the very top, so that's why I kept it in there.
Yeah.
I think we may see some rejection
Yeah, that would be at, you're looking back there at the 805 candle from yesterday? 805?
oh, it's just yesterday at 05?
Yeah. 805 and you get one 805, 810. They're both kind of a good zone right there.
805. Yeah. There it is, yeah. I like how I was looking at the wrong section, but yet I was already getting mad at you. Like, 805, what are you talking about? Yeah, you're right. 805, that's it, yeah. I was looking at the 930. I don't know, I was like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
what are you looking at 930 at? Dang.
Yeah, so yeah, I was like, that's where I'm at right here. So yeah, we're absolutely right. And it was triggered, I think, slightly triggered.
It was, yeah. It was slightly triggered yesterday at
Triggered
1555, yeah.
So I'm going to keep it in there for potential, pivot point area there.
Yeah, I drew it up for you. I agree with you. If it can get through the, if it can get through these wicks at 2005 and 2035, if we can get through all that, then I think it'll bounce out of that zone for sure.
Yeah.
We need price to get down to that, and if it does, I think it's got a good opportunity.
Absolutely. I took a screenshot. I'm going to email it to our homeboy Mitch right here.
Really, what's it show? How many points?
Yeah, I'll CC you on that too. Hold on, let me. Yeah.
Shelby caught your runner.
This is this is what a run looks like. Is my subject. By the way, we do this in all good fun, guys. We're the biggest cheerleaders for each other, you know. So, well, I can say that about me and BK.
Oh, he's cheering, but whether it's for you or not, I don't know.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's so true.
Okay, he's a good one.
Oh yeah.
I think we'll get some rejection right here.
Good.
I think we'll get another opportunity to make a trade if you wanted to, but I think you can get in another trade right here. I think
at 1150.
Yeah, 1150 here. What are you talking about in here?
3011.
No, I'm talking about to go down.
Yeah.
Oh, 1150. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't go 1150. I would end up going
10.75.
Yeah, I'd be right there at the I'd be right there at 10 and 3/4 or 11. You know, right there because it's gonna I think it'll reject out of there.
Yeah.
But
Here.
I'll just let mine ride like it's riding. I'm not gonna do anything else with it. Even though I could get in right here and just guarantee profit, but.
Send an email, boom, and message send. Yep, send the email. I think it was showing. Let me look at the picture. I think it was showing it was when it was around 4 points.
Oh, okay.
I think. Get here.
This is what LeBron looks like, huh? Let's see.
You already got it?
Yeah. Shows you up 4.5 points. Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh yeah, look at you. Oh yeah.
Boom. That's how we do it, bro.
That's how you do it, man.
We did it.
You've had a lot of points today, hadn't you?
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, quite a bit. Quite a bit. Number of points. Killing it. This week has been really good. Or maybe it's just been me that's been really good. I don't know. Maybe a little both.
Probably just you, man.
Just probably. That's what I
Yeah,
figured.
probably because you're giving back all your runner right here.
Mm-hmm. All right, we expect a little bounce up here. No big deal. Dude, if this is bounce up here, I am going to lose it.
I know you will too, because you'll be kicking yourself. I had 4 points, and the stupid runner didn't work out.
Yeah,
Brian.
this stupid run. I've never seen a run yet, bro. I don't know what he's talking about. I would have made like 10 points if it wasn't a stupid run. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be hard to swallow, though. I know it will be for you. If it doesn't run, if it ends up coming all the way back and taking you out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude,
You're still at 1275, right?
Yes, 12. Yes, 12. Yeah, 12.75. Yes.
I can totally just hear your mind, man, what you're thinking, what you're saying. You gonna mute it? Go ahead and mute, man, before you start cussing and throwing stuff.
Yes, this is what I promised. Yeah, man, no problem here, man. Just go, definitely go down 20 points.
I told you to take it, man. You chose not to.
No, I wish, when you met Steven, I wish he would have told you this story. And I think maybe I already told you, but we were hiking. It was me, Steven, and this other guy named James. And by the way, I'm going to take away from Vienna.
Well, we both are.
And that's right, yeah. Well, the difference is that you locked it at 20 points.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, but we were hiking. We were hiking, and James grew up like 15 brothers and sisters, so he's very like demanding when he speaks. And look, we can talk. Don't tell me what to do, right? So now you're different. I'm talking about. I'm not friends with this guy, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm not a fan of him. So he's like, guys, we have to go right here, and because we came to a fork, right, and it's left to right. And even though he was 100% correct, and we would have been in our car in like 5 minutes, Steven and I looked at each other and said, well, we're gonna go last. Now, we knew that was the wrong choice, but out of principle, we had to not follow his lead.
Right.
So we ended up hiking overnight uphill on our. This is not. I'm not joking. On our knees, climbing this mountainside. It was so steep that we couldn't even walk up. We had to literally kind of crawl up the trail. Overnight because we were behind schedule, right? Because we should have been in the car in 5 minutes. But out of principle, we took the long road. But let me tell you, my friend, it was the high road. Okay?
Was it the high road?
It was the high road.
That sounds like the stubborn-ass road. Is what it sounds like to me.
No, listen. If you knew this guy, man, you would do the opposite. This is the way you say it. Why do you have to say it like that? Don't say it like that. No. Now, if you would have said that, it's different because I know you have a good heart. You don't mean anything by it. So that's the different part. So, but yeah, man, it made a great story. So now we can share the story. So
there you can. There you go.
But Steven and I, it's just we looked at each other. We already knew. Now we're gonna go last. Steven.
Oh, Steven.
He calls me every day around. Yeah, every time he goes off work, it's always the same. Yeah, and I don't like this at all.
I hate this. I mean, he put so many years and hard work into being a doctor, and he just can't stand it.
Cannot.
I hate that for him.
Yeah. He's like, he's like, I know I need to be thankful for what I have. I'm like, yeah, buddy, what's up? He's like, I hate this. And and then here's the other bad thing. This is only the beginning. He's only seeing 15 patients a day.
Oh wow, yeah, that's nothing, is it?
That's nothing. So he's like, I know I need to go and do more, but right now, because the first year only salary, so it's not a big deal. You don't get paid based on how many patients you see, right? You get a bonus for seeing more, but when it matters, when it comes down to him seeing patients for money, it's going to be a different story. But hopefully, by then we'll teach him how to trade, and we'll get rid of another horrible person in the medical world and bring him to the real world trading.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know that his wife's going to be okay with that, but.
Oh, well, he's like, well, I've been trying to look for other jobs, and unfortunately, honestly, I've looked at working like fast food, and like it just doesn't bring the money that I'm making. I'm like, no, why would you even say? Why would you even say that? Like, no, you're not going to make money. Because you're not a business person, so it's not like you're going to go, start a business. Meaning, he doesn't have the drive to be a business person. Not that he can't do it, but he's not in his drive, right?
Sure.
So that's what I mean. He's not a business person. He doesn't have the drive. So it's not like you can go, I'm going to go start, whatever. No. So if you go work for somebody else, you're not going to make the money you're making right now, most likely. So they're like, yeah, I can go do construction. I'm like, no, that's not going to work. He was like, yeah, man, I just can't make the money I'm making now, so I guess I got to stay with this stuff. I'm like, yeah, you do. I'll be teaching you how to trade sim, buddy.
That's what you need to tell them. Yeah, just keep working what you do and then put money away. That way, when you do decide to learn to trade, you have some money to trade with.
Yeah, I told him I was going to hire him to be my personal physician for a year or two.
Filled.
Oh, there you go.
I don't want to do that lie, okay? I'm just going to say this one time. But I got screwed over. I could have locked in 4.5 points. And everything was telling me to press the close sign, but no, I'm not going to say names.
Well, don't, because I'm the one that told you to lock in at 10, man, or 11.
Yeah.
All right, well, again, I'm kind of glad that's over with because I got to go.
All right, bye.
So let's do this. Let's do the spreadsheet real quick so we can show the team. How many points did you make?
I'm going to look here. Divide by 50.
Add them all up here.
Yep, one second. One second here. $7.9 points. 7.9. How can you get 7.9?
Yeah, Jude. Give me your total points and then.
Oh well. I'm not gonna do that.
What do you mean you don't want to do that?
Hold on a second. I lost. So just 10 points, right?
Yeah. So you lost. You made 10.
Yeah.
Made 10 and you lost 2.
2, yeah.
Okay, so you made 10, lost 2. All right, let me look at my.
Oh no, lost 4.
Lost 4. Okay.
Yeah, lost 4. I made more than 10. So I made 12 points, lost 4. That's what
Okay. Okay. All right, so I made 12, I lost 8 because of the contracts. So we'll say 22 win. We lost 8. We lost 12 points.
Okay, we lost 12. And how many did we make?
We netted out 10. We won 22, lost 12, netted out 10. So still a pretty good day,
Yeah, that's great.
Made $323. We're up to $31.51 in that account, so that's good. That's very good as a team. Good job, man. Individual, great job today again on the individual. So, doing well. So that's it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and put that there, and then I'm going to go ahead and shut it down so I can get out of here, okay? We'll holler at you a little bit later.
All right, buddy.
All right, guys. Thanks for checking out the channel and staying with us, and hope you enjoy it. Leave some comments, like, and subscribe. All right, guys. Well, take care.
You've been listening and watching the Titan Futures 1 Point a Day Challenge. Live stream. Remember, we're live daily, 9 to 11, and BK, Soto, and Mitchell are here to help. The Titan Futures 1 Day Point a Day Challenge, where anyone can learn how to day trade the futures market. Till next time.